Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As with you always, this is Max, and I'm doing a live video today with you on the new channel. Well, the same channel, but it's going to be rebranded, and I will get that done over the weekend. But you know what? I am so glad to be with you guys. I love our community, the outpouring that you guys have shared this last 24 hours. It's just been absolutely amazing. You guys know who you are. You freaking rock. I just want to state this. The theme song of the day for Thank God It's Friday is basically, I'm not a big fan of Puffy, but Puffy and Mace's, ain't nobody gonna take my pride, right? It's like, can't nobody take my pride, can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, we got to keep on moving. Yes. Feels good. Today is a good day. Glad to be with you guys. We have some Jasmy content we're going to bring to you guys. So shout out to Crypto Mike, and he shared some info with me in regards to the Q4 lockup. And I thought, you know what? That's a nice little intro, but we got to get more into it. So there's some recent things that I found about roughly an hour before the show. We're going to get into all of it. I mean, some good stuff. It's not just like, let's talk about the Q4 lockup for Jasmy. Let's really get into the Q4 lockup for Jasmy. So, you know what? Yes, smash that like. And if you're not sub to the channel. And if anything, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you how basically to smash that bell notification. So if you're on your phone and you're subscribed to the channel, there's just a little thing for the bell right next to it. Make sure you smash that bell notification. But it's gonna be quite the show. It's really cool to be here with you guys, man. I'm so excited. I'm so enthusiastic. Oh, it's just so cool. What a way to do the show today. Getting into the weekend. If you're wondering, I will be back with you guys on Monday. We'll have all the new rebranding and so on. You've probably seen a little bit of it already. It's going to be rebranded to Maximus Crypto. And nothing's changing really, right? We're still going to have the same format, all that good stuff. But the nice thing is not having to start over. But you know what? That's in a rear view. And it's now time to launch yourselves forward, and to take advantage of that crypto accumulation phase and so on. So let's welcome a few of you guys here in a bit. But I want to state this. Yes, Jasmy is our headliner for the night because a lot of you guys, have been wanting some Jasmy for a while. So again, please smash that like. We're also going to get into some of the other community-driven news, some big news in regards to Ripple's XRP, a little bit of news of Stellar's XLM. I have a segment actually from Tokenizer, and shout out to Menelagwar who provide that information. Give him a follow as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and welcome some of you guys, right? Absolutely. Let's start off with the first comment of the day. It comes from Mr. Ahmed. He said, "What up?" And then he goes on to say, "When Moon slaps Caroline." Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Ahmed. Always appreciate you, man. And going further down, we got Tim Shea, who says, "Hey, welcome back, Tim Shea, the mayor of crypto, the crypto commissioner, representing the 589th district of the XRP Army and its fellow constituents. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, Tim Shea. It's more than appreciated, man. Again, I can't thank you enough." All right. Thanks for the heads up in regards to Brian. We'll definitely miss him tonight, but it's Friday night. Everybody has to have some fun on a Friday night. Also glad to see this guy, Mr. OG Crypto, Mr. Gangsta. Welcome back, Mr. OG. Tell him about the days of way back. Crypto Winner, aka Badir, I have accepted your friend request, and it was nice seeing the instant message earlier today. Glad to have you here. It says, yo, what's up, everyone? We're just waiting for a few more people to filter on in. Please smash that like. Let's see how we're doing on the likes. We are at 17 likes. Please smash the like. We got roughly 26 people watching. And, once we tick up into the 30s, maybe the 40s and so on, we'll get into some of that good, juicy stuff. Everybody's wondering about the Q4 lockup, right? Let's just get into it in a bit, right? We will get into it. All right. Boomer F is here. I am so glad to be able to say, welcome back to the one and only Mr. Boomer F. If you're brand new to our show, you're probably wondering what the heck. My friend, who is a fellow DPG, right, from my gaming group, I think he might be watching. I don't know what his name will be on here. In my gaming group, he's known as Killer Hertz, or he might just come on here as Barry. But either way, Barry, don't feel bashful. You know, we have a very welcoming community here, my friend, and he's learning a lot. He knows a little bit about crypto. He knows about helium and stuff like that, but he's learning a lot. I shared it with him. That video is called why I hold XRP. I shared with him the quant over ledger trailer. So when you see him, or if you see him, maybe you don't want to comment, I just want you guys to give him that warm Maximus Crypto welcome. Thank you so much. All right. Let's also get further down. We got Crypto Winner says he has a new friend to the show. Okay, awesome. Glad to have new people tuning in, someone, right? That is great. Thank you for that, Crypto Winner. And he says, yeah, new friend to the show. Welcome, Eileen. Just got me lit on some Henny. Nas has been putting out some good commercials in regards to some of that Henny. So shout out to you. You know what, Badir, Crypto Winner, sit back, relax. All you guys, you earned it. You got to Friday, right? Have a good time. If you want to get educated and learn some stuff, that's cool too. Just want to have a good time with some of your friends and people of the community. That's what it's all about, right? So, kick back, relax, and so on. We're going to have quite the show, but at the same time, it's not going to be to the point where it's like you can't have some fun at the same time, right? Absolutely. All right, let's go further down into the comments. Newman Lord, welcome back, Newman. Anyway, still no XPR network on ISO 222. Also, Verge is listed as well. Newman, I promise you, and also shout to Corey B-Bay. Hopefully he's here tonight. I will take a proper deep dive into XPR, okay? I don't want you guys to think I'm dismissing. There's just been a lot of, as you guys know, distractions and so on. I got a phone call, about a half an hour before the show. My dad's been moved from the hospital to the rehab place for his knee and his cellulitis and so on. It's a pretty nice place. Got some pretty good reviews. I'm glad that he's going to get some good care and so on. And I just hope that he can come back and be somewhat normal for a change. The guy's been through enough. But with all these distractions, not trying to make excuses, you guys know me. I will take deep dives. I will look more into XPR. I definitely got to do something like that, especially anything that's ISO related. So, but thank you for that update, Mr. Newman. All right. Let's also welcome, hey, I guess your ears are ringing, Corey. Happy Friday, everyone. Glad to have you here, Corey. I love your avatar. We talk about all these coins and tokens all the time. Stellar, I see in there. XRP, XDC, I think. Let me see what you got in here. Yeah, a lot of times we don't really talk about Cardano a lot, but Cardano is technically either is ISO or is going to be. Remember, Charles Hoskinson talked about that. I see some IOTA in there. I think I see a hint of Algo. So that's good stuff, man. Right on. All right. Just getting to a few more comments and welcoming a few more people. I'm so ecstatic to be here. I am so glad to be here. I mean, I don't know what to say. I was like thanking God the other day and thanking him for our community and so on. You guys rock, man. Like the outpouring of community support, it's amazing. You guys know who you are, and I try to respond to as many of you that I could. I've gotten some emails. I responded to some of you guys' emails. If Jack is watching, Jack, I want to state, I didn't see your email. I even checked my spam. All right. So, let me know about that. Hopefully Jack is here tonight. Let's go into a few more comments and then we'll get into our outline here in a bit. You guys know how we do things here. And let's see here. We also got Learn and Evolve. Guys, give this wonderful gentleman, Darius Magruder, a follow over at Learn and Evolve. Let's give him a plug. He deserves it. He's trying to build things up. You know what, Darius? I haven't forgotten about the other intro. Don't think I have forgotten. All right. I did have that problem with that white screen thing, that glitch. I'm going to try to get that worked out. I'm going to check on that for you, my friend. But I want you guys to go over to Learn and Evolve. I'm going to show you guys that channel real quick. And we all had to start sometime. And you know what? Darius is part of our community here. And I want to support him as much as I can. So I'm going to show you guys his particular channel. Here it is. I'm sure you guys see it there. So there's Darius. See how that matches up. And we're just going to click on his channel real quick. Looks like he hasn't put anything out for about a month, maybe because you wanted that intro. I'm sorry about that. But don't give up, my friend. Maybe he just took a break and so on. Here's his channel. He's only at 43 subs, but it'd be so nice to get him up to 100. Kind of gives him that excitement and instills like, hey, you know what? When you see it ticking up and so no pressure, my friend, to put out new content. We all get busy, but yeah, give him a follow over at Learn and Evolve, or you can just go to @MagruderD12. I'm gonna drop it into the comments right now for you guys. And of course, he covers XDC. There's other projects that he obviously talks about and so on, such as Jasmy. Very cool stuff. That video, by the way, got the most views. So yeah, like he says, keep going. We're gonna leave that on the screen for you guys here for a bit. I will get a better background where I'm not like, I don't know, it kind of looks funky right now. What the heck, Max? I thought, anyway. I'll fix all that stuff later. We'll get that all sorted out, the branding, all that. Anyway, let's welcome back Nilo B. He says, hello, beautiful people, the beautiful people. Boom, 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 boom. Welcome back, Mr. Nilo B. Always looking, do it. Hit the like button. Do it now. Anyway. All right, let's welcome also River. Welcome back, River. I saw your DM. Thank you so much for your support, man. Elon Muff, aka Mike Cornwell. Welcome. Again, Kilohertz, Barry, if you're watching, yes, isn't that the most interesting avatar you've ever seen in your life from the one and only Elon Muff? All right, please smash that like. Currently, we're at 27 likes. Let's try to get it to like maybe up to where we're close to right now, 40 and so on. And then, you guys know how this works, triggers the algorithm and so on. All right. Let's see here. Just a few more people. I want to welcome GT. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. Good to see you again. Boomer F and Sooner says 5 minutes till max, typed in Raymond and Babbitt's voice. Wow. All right, that's interesting. Yes, that happened at the end of last show. And again, like I said, I mean, we're not going to make today's show a 2-day in a row thing in that regard. Nothing against him, of course. All right. But yes, that's what happened. He did the right thing. All right. Michael Montclair is back. Check that out. I'm going to see if I'm about fixing the screen real quick. Darius, sorry about that. Let's see if this works. There we go. I will get that all worked out in the future. But yes, give Darius a follow over at Learn and Evolve. Michael Montclair, welcome back. The musical talents of Michael Montclair. Welcome, Michael Montclair. And what else we got up in here? You guys got any specific questions, comments, so on and so forth? Okay, I see some of those comments. That's okay. Let's also welcome Crypto Holmes 777. Glad to have you. Michael Edwards, welcome. Selmo Fudd is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Selmo Fudd, and thank you for the support, man. That was nice. All right, so Texas Crypto says 100,000 Caspa or 1 million Jasmy. I can't answer that for you. I'm not into Caspa yet. I will be. I know some people are like, when, Max? When? I know. I get it. I can't make that decision for you, but some other people can. I think obviously 2 great projects. But guys, let's welcome Texas Crypto. Okay, we will get into our outline here in a bit. We're just welcome a few more people. I saw that we just ticked up to 40. Very cool stuff. And we will get things going on here in a bit because we're almost 15 minutes into the show. Stump Rider says, hi, CTN fam. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, man, Paul, glad to see you. I know from the recording on the live. Really appreciate you being here. Let's all welcome Paul S. Che or Cha. I don't know if that's the last part. Anyway, Landy Flowers, Max, good evening. I'm looking forward to tonight's nuggets. Thank you. We have kind of a segment, if you will. I don't know, call it a class, call it whatever you want. I guess we could call it class. So yesterday, I wanted to talk about tokenomics with you guys because you know what? And this is nothing against you guys. This is nothing against even myself, right? I could obviously learn more. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. Like a person that says they know everything, watch out for those type of people, right? We're all learning. I don't care how old you are. You could be like the wisest person since Solomon, right? We are all consistently learning. right? Because there's innovations and new technology, all that stuff. My thing is this. You may think you know everything there is to know about tokenomics. I think this will be beneficial to you. So make sure you stick around for that segment. And when we wrap up the Jasmy coverage for tonight, it will enter into that segment in regards to tokenomics. And it's I got some great examples for you guys. And if you're brand new, again, shout out to my friend Barry, Killer Hertz. This will help you too, my friend. Okay. And I really hope to see Killer Hertz in the comments tonight. That is my homie. We go back since 2011. I was so ecstatic to hear that he wanted to tune in and learn more about this. You know, I was talking his ear off about blockchain and DLT earlier. I was like, I apologize, man. I talked your ear off. And he's like, no, man, it's cool. He's like, that's some good info. I like to tune into your show. So hopefully he is watching. I don't know where he is right now, but that's okay. All right. Michael Edwards, Max, your deep and engaging analysis opened the door to Jasmy Q4. No, thanks, man. I just want to state this, you know, whether I'm getting paid by Jasmy or not, I will cover Jasmy. Same goes with Quant, any of these particular ones, right? He also says he holds HBAR. Awesome. I hold HBAR also. Which would you recommend as the best third bag? Keep on keeping on and growing. Thanks to, I don't know what that last part means, but that's okay. Michael Edwards, I cannot give you financial advice, but what I can give you, of course, is the education, news updates, and so on. You got to make that decision in regards to your third bag. For the record, I've stated this. This is my top 5. You could say it's top 6 if you want. QNT and XRP are almost like tied for me. A close second is XLM. Number 3 would be XDC. And the reason why, you know, for multiple reasons why XDC is my number 3, but for me, the one I'm focusing on, and I did share this with my friend earlier, before September 20th, I really feel as though XDC is going to be another case of buy the rumor, sell the news, if you will. But I'm not going to sell my XDC. Just to give you a heads up, if you're somewhat new, like I said in the past, you know, ISO 222 going live March 20th. We all thought it was Ripple and, you know, Stellar to go blast off. That didn't happen. Nothing bad, right? XDC was the one. XDC was up over 40% that day. July 20th, FedNow. Obviously, XDC is not part of FedNow, but XDC, due to the Electronics Trade Documents Bill going from a bill to an act from King Charles, that went up over 80%. If you held plugin at one point, you did see it go up over 500%. Again, part of the XDC ecosystem. XSwap, right? That particular token, again, part of the XDC ecosystem. That one was up over 120, maybe 140%, something like that. Crazy stuff, right? So my focus till the 20th will be more on XDC, because the way I look at it is I'm betting for a 3 of 3. And with that also said, you know, why wouldn't I? You know, if XDC was to pop off and get to new support levels, you got to keep in mind, we understand that, you know, go to like a, I guess you could say new highs for this year and so on. But, you know, if it did reach like the 10-cent range, then of course people are going to take profits and so on. But then we get new support lines. What if new support for XDC ends up being 7 or 8 cents? People say, no, that's not going to happen, Max. You know how long people have been saying this? People have been saying this since it was under 2 cents. So yes, for me personally, it's not financial advice. I'm betting on XDC for a 3 for 3. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. Now, in regards to you and your number 3 bag, you have got to answer that for yourself. But our hope and our prayer is to be able to share the knowledge, be able to, you know, as a community say, hey, this is what we're looking at. Here's why we're looking at that. Here's where some of our focus. Here's why we have some of that focus. But yeah, you know, I appreciate the question, but I cannot answer what your number 3 is going to be. But there you go. I mean, and here's a great response from Boomer. Boomer knows QNT. I go with Quant. Yes, but also you got to keep in mind, we don't know what Michael Edwards' budget is going to be. You know, Michael Edwards might, and this is no disrespect to anybody, we all have different budgets. You know, but hypothetically, maybe his budget's $100, maybe his budget's $1,000, you know, and if your budget's $100, you throw, you know, $100 at Quant. I mean, that's not bad. Don't get me wrong. You know, we will get to the point where Quant is not $100. It's going to be way higher than that. due to scarcity and so on. But the key thing is knowing this, right? Which ones you want to get into now based on the current market. And again, do you have a proper portfolio manager? Watch this. I sound like a broken record at this point. ICP is great too. That's one I don't own yet, but I need to get some of that. And there's so many that I need to get into. And then, like I said, guys, I mean, if I add it all up, that's like another $28,000. I'm not ready to throw in another $28,000 into crypto. Certain ones, maybe another 5 to 10,000, and I'm good. You got to keep in mind, I'm currently at like roughly 78K. That's not bragging. That's just being real. Yes, you guys know my story, 10K and 120K in 2021. I have to be that much more picky. And if anything, I have got to focus more on stacking what I have and reaching some of the goals I have not achieved. On a lot of things, I reached my goals, and now it's just all gravy from here. But there's other ones I haven't reached my goals with, and so we all have different things. Some of you guys went about things really well. Like, for instance, you have like 8 you're focused on. You're just stacking, and now it's all gravy. And then you venture out to a few other things. We all have different reasons, And you could also be stretched out too thin. You don't want to do that either. You don't want to be into, and this is not me knocking on anybody, okay? Because it's not like that. But I'm just gonna throw out an example. No, Mike Cornell, this is not focused towards you, my friend. But there is people in situations in which they do get stretched out too thin. They just get into everything and they didn't properly stack, right? So yes, I would rather see people like focus on 5 to 10 and stack on those while we're in the accumulation phase than, oh my God, I need to be into 75 different or 100 different projects, and I'm not into this, and I'm not into that, and all these guys are saying that this is going to go to the moon. Hey, not everything is going to go to the moon, okay? But some key things will. How much do you stack on those key things? That's the bottom line. Let's go further down. I know it seems like, hey, is he ever going to get into the coverage? We will. I just want to welcome a few of you guys because you know what? I want to give you guys so much thanks and so much appreciation. You have no idea how grateful I am to this community. You guys really came in the clutch for me. I mean, God bless you guys. I can't. There's no way I could thank you 1,000 times. Maybe I can, but anyway, thank you. And please smash the like, right? Smash that like. We're at 43 likes. I did see, who else? GS is in the house. Glad to see you again, GS. Magic Powers in the house. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, hello, guten Tag, Sie Liechtenstein Exchange. And Jasmy with the Rice Crop Consortium in the house. Let's go, right? In equilibrium, you're thinking, Max, skip me. No, I didn't. There you are. There might be some people I skip on accident. I'm not trying to do that. But I'll read Texas Crypto. Quant is going to be a beast. I totally agree. I feel as though in the future, over 100,000. I'm not the only one that feels that way. I know some people think that's nuts because, if you add up the market cap, and they always say that. They don't understand. Cool Cat Crypto. I got a BSV example. I'm going to share later for the tokenomics. Shout out to you. Cool Cat Crypto, glad to have you here. And let's just get into the outline. You guys waited long enough, right? Let's talk some crypto for crying out loud, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. Let's get into some crypto. All right, so I want to share things and start it off with the Jasmy Q4 lockup. And again, I'm going to keep hammering this home. Please smash the like. Why does Max put so much emphasis on it? Because it triggers the YouTube algorithm and it recommends the channel and gets it out and so on. So let's get into just that. And here we go. This is from a guy who I think is pretty darn cool. His name is B Stellar. He does follow me. I follow him. And here it basically is. You may think, what is this? What is this all about? Well, I will tell you what it's all about. So like he says, he looked at the white paper. Some of us look at the white paper. Some of us don't. Some of us don't want to read a whole white paper, right? It gets a little bit boring. But the bottom line is everybody is wondering about that Q4 lockup. I mean, we could talk about token burns all day long, but in my opinion, this Q4 lockup could be way better than any type of burn you could think of. Some people say, no, Max, you're full of it because you don't understand burns. I do understand burns. Oh, yes, I do. You know, another guy, in my opinion, who understands burns and gets a little bit ticked off in regards to burns is the one and only Mr. Boomer Effing Sooner. Yeah, I think he gets burns, right? So there's a lot of criticism about other projects, and this is not me flooding Shiba Inu. But I'm frustrated, just as the next guy, when it comes to SHIB and burns and so on. What are we going to have in regards to not burns, but like an actual token lockup for Jasmy? That's the bottom line. So shout to B Stellar. Give him a follow at Stellar1369. He might be watching live. He may be watching on Twitter, wherever the case be. I like this guy, right? Because he does his proper research. Check out what he mentions. This is what he gathered from the white paper, and this is good stuff, whether you looked at the white paper or not. Approximately 20 to 25 billion of the supply is allocated to 2 enterprises. This is true because he talked about some of the institutional money that's going to be set aside. And I remember doing, I think, my first deep dive into Jasmy and talked about some of this stuff. So yes, 2 enterprises and institutions. We just mentioned that. These enterprises are required to lock up 50 to 80%. Yes, you read that right. Okay. Of these holdings and participants of like the ecosystem. Based on his research, it's possible that we see around 16 to 20 billion locked up, not a small amount, and that is significant. Now, hear me out on this, okay? And we have a beautiful outline tonight, and so help me God if my internet goes out tonight because Cox Communications decides to work on all this stuff on a Friday night. They're gonna be hearing about it anyway. Forget that. Let's get into this. All right. So I decided to jump more into some of this stuff. And basically speaking, I saw, some things referenced from the past. So we're going to show you where this all originated, just in case you didn't see it before. And if anything, check this out right here. I will come more into the frame in a bit. But yes, the lockup period, right? Q4 2023, that's right around the corner. Removing available circulating supply for company holdings. This is in place of a burn mechanism. Where did this originate? Again, where it originated was from Dip Metaverse. He says, "Hi, Danny. I saw the roadmap. This is back in February 2nd, 2023. It looks great. I do have one question, though. Can you share when the lockup period for the ecosystem begins?" And he basically says, as in Danny, you got to keep in mind, this guy helps manage the Discord for Jasmy. He says he checked in with Hara, right? Everybody knows who Hara is unless you're brand new. Currently, Jasmy is planning to start the lockup period for ecosystem in Q4 2023. Now, is there anything more to this? Of course, there is a lot more in regards to this. And this is what everybody's been bringing up lately. So where did I take this? All right, I'm going to show you where I found out some more information. And this is good stuff. And some of you guys have shared this, some of you haven't. There's other sources, there's rumors, blah, blah, blah. But I think there might be something solid in regards to this. So this was reported 2 days ago from cryptoalert.com. And basically, I've zoomed in as much as I could for this. Check this out. Jasmy locks up tokens as Rencom Network rumors suggest exciting partnership. Now, if you're wondering just who the heck is Rencom, okay, we're going to get to that in a bit as well. Of course, there's all these recent tweets, and we know about the concept of, lockups and so on. I'm not going to bore you with that. But what I want to jump down to is this right here. In addition to this intriguing development, rumors have been circulating about a potential partnership between Rencom Network, which native token is RNT. And before we get more into this, I did try to see if Rencom Network's RNT had a proper listing on CMC. All I see is kind of like liquidity pairings and so on. You can see that for yourself and so on. But what is significant is, like I said, the partnership between them as a Rencom and Jasmy Labs. These speculations suggest that Rencom Network is in discussions with Jasmy Labs regarding collaborative ventures. Now, I want to state this. A lot of us don't like the idea of anything being speculative, right? We're kind of burned out with speculation, right? Connecting dots is one thing I do with you guys all the time. But a lot of times we just want to see something solid, right? I couldn't blame you one single bit in regards to that. Like, everybody wants to see something solid. But you got to keep in mind with this particular one, I'm leaning towards this is a real thing. And the reason why I state that is because I look more into it. I saw other sources. I've seen other people talk about it. I don't know if it's, the official Jasmy ambassadors, like, they're under an NDA, like, hey, this is a thing, but you can't really mention it. I'm not saying that's the case because I'm not an ambassador yet. I hope to be one, right? I heard that I'm on the list, but don't get our hopes up, right? Anyway, It goes on to mention that these collaborative ventures in the fields of the Internet of Things, and we know Jasmy's all over the Internet of Things, like as I always would say, like a fat kid on cake. Max, you are a fat kid on cake, whatever. But cybersecurity services, such a partnership would be significant given the potential synergies between the two projects. Okay, well, is there more in regards to this? Absolutely. This could open up new horizons for both RNT and Jasmy token holders. Now, just to give you a heads up on RNT, if you think, well, who the heck is Rencom Network, Max? I mean, there's a lot of different cryptocurrency projects that are part of IoT. You know, IoTex. That's not a bad one, by the way. You know, we talk about IOTA. We talk about, I mean, there's at least 10 other ones, right? That they're not too bad. Ocean Protocol, right? We can go on and on about this, right? But look at this when we get more into it. Rencom Network, known for its recent entry to the Phase 1 discussions with the Republic of who? You know, you guys always say, who? The what? The Republic of Palau. Now, just hear me out on this. You know where I'm going with this. So Ripple XRP had the whole thing with the test pilot, if you will, for Republic of Palau. But you say what you want. Republic of Palau is really testing a lot of stuff when it comes to blockchain and DLT, right? I'm not going to talk your ear off about the whole thing with Ripple XRP. But we do know, like I've always said, that IVS Crypto 2023, just because Jasmy doesn't have a direct partnership with Ripple, Ripple was the diamond sponsor for that particular event. And it's something to be said about certain companies that are connected with blockchain and DLT and so on. They talk, right? Behind the scenes, we don't get the reports, but you better believe they talk, right? So yes, implementation of RNT for government rentable assets. That sounds interesting. I might want to research more of RNT, and maybe you want to as well. It's not financial advice, but look at this. Been making waves in the crypto space. Did you know that RNT experienced a remarkable surge in value with an impressive 3,000, that's not a typo, 3,000% increase in recent weeks, and then a staggering 21,000% surge over the past month? And here's the best part. These guys have a potential partnership. This might be a real thing with Jasmy. So let's backtrack for a second. I know I'm kind of excited tonight, and I am. I have a lot of reasons to be. I feel so blessed. I feel so great. I'm so thankful for everything that's recently transpired. But I want to state this. How many times have we connected the dots when we talk about some of these key things? We'll talk about Felica. We'll talk about, former Sony executives, not just from Sony going to Jasmy, Kuntaki Ando, Kasuma Sasato, and so on, but former Sony executives, right? Soramitsu. That was a great example. And then we gave the example of, is there a quant connection? Yes. ISO TC307, right? But what is so cool here, while we recognize those examples, and those are great examples of collaborating, this is another great example of collaborating. Why would Rencom want to choose Jasmy? My basic explanation for this is because why wouldn't they want to? They recognize Jasmy just like we recognize Jasmy, and that is they are the premier Internet of Things platform. Okay, supply and demand and partnerships, and these guys working with that guys to contribute to one key thing, and that is utility, but their overall goal, like I've always mentioned before, like Hollywood production, and that is the goal of Society 5.0. Now let's get more into this. Okay, so this is cool too, okay? You can make that connection with Jasmy as well. Watch this. Rencom Network has received insider confirmation that its native token, RNT, which witnessed an astounding 3,000% growth last week, has been granted, look at this, non-security status by its internal legal team. Who is the first regulatory compliant cryptocurrency in Japan? Jasmy, right? These guys also granted non-security status. By who? The FSA, or whatever they're called nowadays. You get where I'm going with this? I think you do. Now look at this. The combination of these developments paints a picture of a dynamic and rapidly evolving cryptocurrency landscape. As Jasmy prepares for just that lockup, period, and rumors of a collaboration with Rencom Network continue to circulate. The crypto community is abuzz with, of course, this excitement, speculation, and so on, anticipation in regards to these two projects. It goes on to mention that the ever-expanding potential of blockchain tech and its ability to reshape industries, forge innovative partnerships. The coming months promise to be eventful for both Jasmy and Rencom Network. Now, of course, I've been elaborating about this for a while, and I do appreciate you guys' patience, especially in the comments, but this is good stuff because you've been waiting for all this talk. Now, this is Rencom, and you're like, how in the world does this have anything to do with, a Q4 lockup? And I can't blame you, but we're going to get into, for a brief bit, Rencom. Here is their site. Check this out for yourself. And look what it says. Empowering holders with annual rewards. Now, we did talk about, for instance, different examples, whether it's DD coin, where you would have pairings basically, with Jasmy, where you would have an example of, like you're contributing to the Society of Japan. And as a result, you get rewarded for that with the DD coin pairing with Jasmy's native token, right? But this is another example of rewards. So it says they have a revolutionary network. Their blockchain-powered platform offers more than just tokens. It's a realm of empowerment and substantial rewards. Explore a vast array of opportunities beyond traditional properties, from residential and commercial spaces to everyday items like bikes, construction equipment, so on and so forth. Look what it says here. Enables a seamless asset utilization and rewarding outcomes. We're familiar with PancakeSwap. We're familiar with Uniswap, unless you're brand new, right? So why this network, it says? Well, they are a registered trademark entity in Canada. They have a global reach, revolutionizing the rental landscape. And that's why it's called RNT. They're paving the way for seamless rental experience where your RNT tokens open up the door to a diverse array of rental assets, from homes to vehicles, motorcycles, and even construction tools. So the way I'm looking at it is this. We talked about the concept of DD token or DD coin and so on. And that's big, especially when it comes to transit, even Internet of Things, you name it. But when we talk about, for instance, like quant, we gave you guys examples in regards to, the tokenization of real estate. And it's definitely being tokenized. We literally see it before our eyes. But we never really necessarily talked so much about rent, right? Like rental properties and so on. So this is unique in its own regard. And to have this going on with Jasmy, I think this could be a potential big thing. Now, I know there's no confirmation with it, but it's something I wanted to share with you guys. And again, when we get more information about it, I think I'll share it. But I am leaning towards, I think this is a real thing. There's enough evidence to, to support that. Go look around on crypto Twitter yourself. It literally is a buzz with this information. All right, so a little bit more in regards to what we have. And basically speaking, Jasmy's future, right? This is some of my own notes, right? So we know that Q4 is big. And, the lockup is in place of a burn mechanism. Jasmy does have a burn mechanism. They never utilize it, right? The main focus that we're all looking forward to is basically that lockup, right? So does old Max have more information for you guys? Yes, you better believe I do. And if anything, this will be chopped up later, and I'll put it in the recorded section for you guys. But here it is. Let's jump into this. And basically, I would agree that, this whole thing with the lockup is big. The Bitcoin halving, April 2024 is big. Jasmy with the new blockchain, Jasmy chain is big, right? And also developing an AI engine. Big stuff, right? But let's talk about the fourth thing that hasn't been mentioned a lot recently that leads up to this. Because we want to not just cover the whole thing of the Q4 lockup, but we should talk about the big elephant in the room, and that is the what? Japan's tax reform. Shout out to Simon Greco, who gave me some of this current information, and I'm going to share this on the screen. And this is new. This is recently shared not that long ago. Here it is. Japan edging towards crypto tax reform. Now, we talked about it a little bit in the past, a few months ago. Let's revisit this for a second. Like I said, this was reported just roughly a few days ago, September 4th. You might not have been aware of this. Japan is moving towards those tax reforms, with the nation's top financial regulator set to change the way taxes are basically hitting these domestic crypto firms, especially in Japan. Per the Japanese media outlet CoinPost, an official financial service agency, FSA, released, the regulatory has submitted legislation requests to the government, right? Change requests. Look at this. The FSA, and I always thought it was just called JVCEA at this point, but I'll have to double check that. I mean, some people still call it FSA. Bottom line is they want to modify its crypto corporate tax system to scrap the current unrealized gain system for domestic firms. And again, I want to point this out. What have we been talking about for many months now when it comes to the local banks of Japan? For one, Jasmy has a real connection to some of these ones. If you saw the previous Jasmy Jasmy Quant video, in the middle of that thumbnail, it mentions MUFG. And that was really crucial because we tied some things together in the past of why that's so significant. But notice how it says unrealized gains for the system for domestic firms or domestic banks, okay? Under the current Japanese legal system, if a company holds crypto assets, were you aware of this? It must pay tax on unrealized gains, increases in their coin's value at the end of each fiscal year. That's interesting, and especially if you're a Jasmy holder, because what about, again, the coin's values? In other nations, firms only need to pay a tax on cryptos they sell or swap for fiat. We know that. Look at this quote. The rule has long been criticized for placing a burden on companies and hindering innovation in the crypto asset and blockchain sectors. The FSA document notes that the Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry has also signed off on the reform. They're all for it. They're all down, like James Brown out of town at Greyhound, right? Look at this. The FSA says it plans to ask Tokyo to create a legal amendment to reflect its wishes. Now, here's the thing, and you may get tired of me always mentioning it, and if you've been following me for many months, you know where I'm going with this. Who is the plug? Who's the connect? Mr. Genki Oda. Who does he work for? The FSA. So who is going to be the lead chairman, if you will, when it comes to fast-tracking these legal amendments? Yes, Genki Oda. Who's heavily tied into Jasmy through Bitcoin? Genki Oda. Who's also a chairman over at SBI Japan? Genki Oda. All right. Now you guys get tired of me mentioning Genki Oda. Anyway, most lawmakers are unlikely to raise any objections to these plans, with the government typically following the lead of the FSA on crypto-related policy matters. And again, you love what you see here. Here in the United States, we can only dream of getting to what Japan is already at right now. If you're a Jasmy holder, you should be paying attention to this because it's bullish news. The Japan Blockchain Association, known as the JBA, a major crypto industry group, has also asked the FSA to ensure the tax reforms are also extended to crypto assets. That is not a typo. Crypto assets held by third parties. Oh my God. So for one, we got the quarter 4 thing looming up here soon. Like, I honestly think, like, they cannot kick that can down the road. As far as how much that gets locked up, like, is it 16 billion? Is it more? Some of you guys are saying 70%, and then, a little bit more in regards to, like, right before the Bitcoin halving. I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller, right? But what it does stay here, Sota Watanabe, I'm not pronouncing that right, CEO of Startail Tuk2X, right, formerly known as Twitter, to echo the JBA's sentiments and warn of a crisis in the domestic crypto industry, right? You got to be a little bit objective, right? All sorts of exciting things going on, but we do got to come a little bit back down to earth, right? We touched the moon, shout out to Aquaman. He's like, when the moon? We touched it a little bit, my friend. We got to come back down for a second. So he says, it's really important to make these reforms this year. Okay, well, aren't we technically in quarter 4 right now? Somebody remind me. I think we are, right? If we're in September, this is the last quarter. September, October, November, December. So technically, I guess you could say October would be, right? But we're really close to that. So he says, so far, he has seen an outflow of startups overseas. I have a feeling that if we do not, Japanese companies will leave after next year. I think it will lead to the hollowing out of Japanese industry. Now, I want to show you guys this, and I'm sure you guys have seen the video in regards to my last Jasmy video, but I want to share with you guys just the intro. All right, that's it, just the intro. And the reason why I want to show you just the intro is because it is so significant. Now, it is in regards to the last Jasmy video we put out 4 days ago. And I'm going to share this for just a second. And if anything, I'm just going to play just the intro. Get rid of these ads real quick. Okay. And the key thing is what you're going to see former Prime Minister, rest in peace, right, Shinzo Abe, on what he has to share. And this is crucial stuff, right? So let's play this in a second after these freaking ads get done, right? Maybe that just gave us 50 cents right there. I don't know. I'm going to rewind it to this part. Hold on a second. All right. So I'm going to fast track it to, I'll just play at the very, very beginning. You guys have probably seen this, but this is a perfect reminder. This is a good little intro. Let's play this and we'll come right back.
I want the best and the brightest Japanese talent with superb technology and high motivation to dive themselves into Silicon Valley. We have too many middle-sized companies and SMEs which cannot break out of local markets despite having world-class technological capacity that we can boast to the world. Out of such companies, we will select 200 companies in the next 5 years to send to Silicon Valley. Stanford University, the US-Japan Council, and others will extend support. But these Japanese companies will experience intense competition against first-class designers and investors and make the challenge to be reborn as entirely new companies.
Okay, so remember what Shinzo Abe basically said there. We will send 200 companies to where? Silicon Valley. Now, what did we discover in the past and why some other content creators, not just myself, mention what is going on in Silicon Valley? You know, Kunitake Ando, The Office, and so on. Was that a nothing burger? That is not a nothing burger. Again, reference Shinzo Abe. That was a key thing. That was like a little, I don't know, Easter egg I dropped you guys if you've been paying attention to some of the stuff. I do stuff like that in the intros. If you're wondering why that was part of that intro, even though we're talking about education at the time, just give you a little tidbit, right? For you wanting a little bit more. Now, speaking of a little bit more, we're going to jump back to what we have in regards to this. And again, this is from Crypto News. And I know it's a lot to take in tonight, but you know what? I haven't been with you guys since basically a week, technically speaking, when it comes to talking about Jasmy. So we got a lot of catching up to do. So here it is again. And I'll come back into the frame. So basically speaking, you know, this quote again, it's so important to make these reforms when this year. So far, we have seen an outflow of startups overseas. Ooh, don't you just love it how I connect that? Again, back to Shinzo Abe. This is why we, you know, I'm not the only one who does this. You've seen other content creators when it comes to deep dive research that represent the past to give you an idea of what we have accomplished and where we're at right now. Please smash that like if you haven't done so already, and especially if you are a Jasmy holder. It says, I have a feeling that if we do not, in regards to like Japanese companies will leave after, Japanese companies will leave one after another next year, I think it will lead to the hollowing out of Japanese industry. Do I see that happening? No. I think they're going to get this done. They're going to get this going. They realize the time is now. Why would you have, for instance, Tara Kono go through all the trouble of promoting this new regulatory framework of data free flow with trust, DFFT, if it was a nothing burger, right? It is not a nothing burger. Now, for you guys, the retail investors, you, me, so on, Japanese crypto tax reform, why now? That's the bottom line. Well, if you've been following it, you do know why it's now, especially with what's going on in the United States, because right now in the United States, we don't have that now, but we have it in regards to Japan. The JBA has also called for the FSA to reform the way it taxes individuals and wants the regulator to allow traders to defer losses. I mean, for a lot of us, let's face it, you might have had a lot of losses in 2022. You went about things the wrong way, right? You bought at all-time highs, or that's just not the way to go about things, right? But you live and you learn. The industry association also wants Tokyo to waive tax on crypto to crypto transactions for who individuals. This is absolutely big. And we do know that when it comes to, Japan, we still don't have the unbanning of the foreign stablecoins, Tether and Circle. I do feel as though Circle will still be first if I had to bet on one. But the key thing is, once those are unbanned, again, it creates that much more supply, that much more demand. When you create pairings, it's access. We talk about access when it comes to all these different cryptos all the time. Talk about Stellar, serving the unbanked and giving people, the underprivileged people of the world access, right? But the bottom line is the pairings, a little bit more in regards to all this. Some critics want the government to switch to a fiat capital gains rate of 20% crypto to fiat traders rather than tax crypto as a form of other income. I'm not going to try to cause a political debate, but remember Biden's stance in regards to capital gains? I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous. In its release, the FSA explained that the reason for requesting the legal reform was to improve the environment for the promotion of Web3 and promote business startups that make use of blockchain tech. Again, this is a reference once again to what you saw from Shinzo Abe back when he was alive. And it's really interesting to see what companies have emerged from that time being. Again, just because you don't see these particular assets pumping to the moon, we have learned quite a bit in regards to other ones like XTC and what they've accomplished in a bear market in crypto winter. Let's get back to the topic of the government. The government is trying to foster a sector that has complained of over regulation in recent years. Some lawmakers, talked about this, but the bottom line is business leaders have claimed that previous administrations are taxing Japanese firms out of the domestic markets. All right, so they're recognizing that, we're embracing crypto, we're embracing blockchain. I should say in Japan, DLC and so on. Great. Do you have something to complement that, right? What's the point of embracing all this if you're going to tax the living hell out of the innovators? That doesn't make no sense. That's why we bring it to you guys. Recent events have been, shown this resurgence in the industry, particularly in, let's face it, Binance trying to force its way into the market. They have, and I do want to talk about this. I know this is a lot to take in, but you gotta see what the heck is going on. We're always paying attention to what Binance does, especially CZ and so on. So yes, Binance trying to force its way into the market. We know that they came up with Binance Japan and went live August 1st. We're now into September, well into September. But they traditionally dominated the domestic startups and Japanese securities providers. In regards to Binance Japan, this was reported on August 30th. Were you aware that they were planning to nearly triple the number of crypto assets listed on its platform from 34 to 100? Now, you may feel as though that, the big whoop-de-doo, who really cares? But at the end of the day, I think you should care, right? Let me go back to this. I didn't mean to click on that. How about this? Prime Minister Fumio Kishida underlined, of course, back in July. We know about this, right? So we're not going to get into that. But that was, in regards to Web3, blockchain sectors. So I'm paying attention to all this, and I'm bringing it to you guys, right? So let's get into this next part. And basically speaking, to wrap things up for our segment, all right. And I know that you guys feel as though like, hey, the quarter four thing is a big deal, but you got to keep in mind all the things that are involved in it. We don't have any, how should I say this? Let me jump back for a second. We don't have any verification from the Jasmy team or anything like that, but these indicators, the rumors, we'll see if they're just rumors, we'll see if they're real. But I'm paying attention to all of it, but I'm especially paying attention to the tax reforms, this key new potential partner, and so on. Now, on this next part, before we jump into the comments, it's going to give a brief gist of what this is about. It's going to be about tokenomics, and we'll get into that in a bit, but I do need to take a pause and get back, into the comments and see what you guys have in regards to questions, comments, and so on, because we are really well into it. So the last comment that was at 6:23. It's roughly 7:11. Again, this is some kind of thing I do. I know I get a little behind, but I'm glad you guys are welcoming each other. Let's read Corey Bibe's comment. He says ICP is great as well. It is. I agree. Cheers for suggestions, folks. Yeah, thanks for helping them out. Let's also, Equilibrium. Let's effing go. He says, thank you for being here. All right, let's see here. Stardog, welcome. Glad to see you, man. Thank you for the well wishes on crypto Twitter. And Corey Bibe, Max, what's your thoughts on Solana? Big partnership late with Shopify and Visa. I think you mentioned that the other night. I'll be honest, I got to catch up on that one, man. I won't BS you on that. I do think Solana is dramatically improved, though, compared to the times of last year of like going offline and so on, but I will have to read up on that one. So you are ahead of me on that one, my friend, and kudos to you for that. I will get caught up with all this stuff once again. I'm a human being, right? It's what happens sometimes, what comes with the territory. I see 57 wonderful people here. Please smash that like if you haven't done so already. Currently at 59 likes. Thank you to whoever just keeps hitting that little star and these little emojis. Believe it or not, that also helps the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for doing that. All right. I also want to welcome back. I already welcomed GS back, but welcome again. I love seeing this guy back. GF Burke. This guy represents CASPA. He always gets the info out and so on. But GF Burke, thank you so much for being here, man. Always glad to see you. He says, yos. We appreciate you, man. Burke is mining. Don't judge me. I'm not going to judge you. The way I look at it when it comes to mining, I was talking to my friend who might be watching right now. I don't know. I was talking about the whole concept of helium. And, some people criticize it and so on. It's not about just, throwing a hotspot miner in your window and having it beam in a certain direction. Like, you want to get that position in the right place. But if anything, you want to get your miner, from what I've recollected on YouTube, you want to set up in which you get in areas where there's like a dead zone or in a farm country, nobody has any service, but everyone is going to be scraping that data off of that hotspot. That's how you maximize your rewards. All right, let's see here. Swoopa. All right, well done, Max. Tough times make tough people. Thank you. Swoopa, I don't think I've seen you here before, but guys, let's give Swoopa that warm Maximus Crypto welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Swoopa. All right. April Cornwall says, hey. She got the flowers. Thank you so much, April. Really do appreciate you. And let's see here. Max, your thoughts on ICP? I've talked about ICP. I've done an intro to it. I think it's solid. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people, especially at the height of the next bull market. It is on my short list of ones I have to own. CASPA, ICP. There's a few other ones as well. But yes, ICP, I do need to do a follow-up video. It's just, I'll get there. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than what I just mentioned, but I'm totally impressed with ICP. I will do a video that references what Vitalik Buterin mentioned, but I want to do a proper video in that regard. Sorry, I had a little eyelash about to go in my eye. All right, L. Wright Sr. Hey, Max. Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you back, Mr. L. Wright Sr. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Boomer F and Student says Raymond Babbitt from Rain Man. 5 minutes to. Oh yeah. Well, you know what's sad? Here's what's really sad. And you're gonna be like, "Are you serious, Max?" I have it on VHS. I haven't watched it in many years, but there's always gonna be things to remember. Like yeah, Kmart sucks. Kmart sucks. Or 246 toothpicks or whatever the line it was. But as far as his last name, I forgot what his last name. I know that in the movie, Dustin Hoffman plays the role of Raymond. He won Best Supporting Actor. I apologize, Mr. Boomer F and Sooner. All right. Thank you. All right. We ticked up to 60. Not too bad. Please smash that like. Yeah. Learn and Evolve. Darius Magruder. No problem, man. I'm glad to give you the shout out. I'm glad to support you any way I can. And let me know if there's another thing you need. No worries, man. I just want to help you. You helped us. We're community. We have each other's back. That's the bottom line. So if you need like a second one, yes, I just volunteered to give you a second one in regards to like an intro video or whatever you need. Let me know, and I'll try to whip something up for you. God, I'm getting like this eyelashes going on. Sometime this weekend, okay? I might not get like it all like tonight, but I'll try to get you the other one you want for the intro. I understand. You want to spruce it up. All right. Yeah, April, good to see you. Hey, Max, the King Crown or the Crown, beautiful Friday night. Thank you. When pre, I don't know what that means. Maybe you're talking about, I don't know, is it a token? Is it a coin? Berg, 100,000 Caspa. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. All right. Everybody's welcoming each other. Hey, man, glad to see this guy back. Mr. XXI Gaming, man. So glad to see you, man. I really mean that. Always appreciate your support, my friend. You already know Max support is on 1K from. Yes, thank you. That means a lot, man. I always like seeing guys like yourself, all familiar faces, It's a shame that YouTube has this copyright thing because in reality, whether you're a fan of the show Cheers from the 80s that went into the 90s, if you think about it, one thing that stands out for our community is like that theme song, you want to go where everybody knows your name, where the troubles are all the same. You want to go where you can go, where everybody knows your name. Anyway, get what I'm saying. It's just, it'd be kind of a cool little theme song, but we can make it, a remix or something. Anyway, Max, you don't have any Caspa. No, not yet. I will though. And I mean that. I will. It's been an interesting time lately, to say the least, but thank you. All right, let's see here. I have Casper. I have plenty of Casper. Get with the picture, Max. You got to join the Clam Chowder crew. I know. New England Clam Chowder Casper crew. It will happen. Maybe I just jump ship and pick up a little bit tonight. I don't know. I mean, that's the power of the DCA, right? Might as well start doing that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to double check on what we're doing. All right. Oh my God, there's my first super chat of all time. Maximus Crypto, thank you so much. Yeah, $2 super chat. Thank you. How about that? I actually received my first ever super chat. Thank you so much, Elon Muff, aka Mike Cornwell. Mike, I mean, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Like, you rock. Thank you. Thank you. Means a lot. All right, I'm going to welcome back Grizzly Bear Greg. He says, good evening. Glad to have you back. Let's see here. Learn and evolve. All I need in this life of sin is me and my Jasmy. That's cool. Me and my Jasmy. I like that. That's good stuff. All right, Cash Cats, welcome. Glad to have you. I'm also looking for my friend. Hopefully he's here tonight. Maybe he just don't. Maybe he doesn't have an account and he can't type anything. That's true. I forgot about that. Some people, you could view it. You could view the show, but you can't type nothing. Forgot about that. All right, Calvin, Max. Calvin, are you kidding me, man? I'm glad to see you. Calvin with T6 Glider, welcome back. Glad to have you back, man. Let me take a sip of this. Yes, I'm drinking a Coke. Bite me. You know what I mean? I think I earned this Coke. I haven't had a Coke in like a week. That's a record for old Max here, right? I've been drinking this flavored water and stuff like that. I was like, I deserve a Coke today. That's where the whole expression of, well, we went from talking about Coke and then what was it, Randy? Went to fat juice. It's not fat juice today, but I know it's bad, but at least I don't have other bad habits like, anyway, no judgments. All right, let's see here. Let's go further down. Yeah, you're welcome. Michael Edwards, I hope to see more of you, man. Oh, boy. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. All right. Any thoughts on, what is that, Stronghold or V? So Stronghold's good. I did one of Velio a while back, but anyway, I don't have a lot of thoughts, but I know that Stronghold, I wouldn't mind having some of that. It's not on my short list though, but it is part of the top 20 on the Quantum Financial Systems CMC page. All right, Max, what are your thoughts on Chainlink and Swift partnership? I think it's tremendous, absolutely tremendous. My only complaint about Chainlink is the community, but does that affect the token or the coin? No. And there is something solid in that regard into this key thing. And Chainlink is part of our example tonight. So that said, let's jump into the next part of our coverage. And if anything, you could call this a segment, you could call this a class, you could call it whatever you want, but you want to know something? You may think you know everything there is to know about tokenomics, and maybe you'll see this and you're like, I already knew all that. Great. There's a lot of people who don't. So let's start the segment, tonight's class segment, where you want to call it, tokenomics. We could all learn something from this. This would be very beneficial to some people who think they know about tokenomics. Maybe you kind of know about tokenomics. This will benefit you. Shout out to BitBoy Crypto. Not necessarily Ben Armstrong, but this guy that's part of his network, right? You know, you got to keep in mind there's that's a brand, right? And there's people that are continuing to put out information in regards to this brand. Now, before we get into this, I am a holder of the graph, and if you're wondering what GRT is, bottom line is it's a really good utility coin / token that is, in a nutshell, the Google of crypto. As we know, Google is the world's largest centralized indexing protocol. Okay, you've got to look at the graph as literally being just that, right? But an indexing protocol in regards to blockchain. Now, you may think, what the heck does this have to do with Jasmy? It's going to be, or some of these other things. It's going to be a great example. So let's start it off from BitBoy Crypto. I'm going to show you this video, and then I'm going to show you some examples in regards to projects that have great tokenomics currently, or ones that don't, and we'll tie it all in. Please smash that like. Let's jump into tonight's segment, tokenomics. Here we go. So I'm going to share this straight from YouTube, believe it or not. And on this segment, we're just going to get right into it. Maybe you've seen this. Maybe you were like, yeah, I've actually seen this. Well, whatever the case be, I'm going to go ahead and play this from the beginning. And again, please smash that like. And this guy is right? He says tokenomics matter. Of course, he has a GRT price prediction. I think GRT is going to be worth a heck of a lot more than his prediction. I'm just going to throw that out there, especially at the height of the next bull market. But the bottom line is the tokenomics. Listen to what he has to say. Yes, please smash that like. Not every day we share something from BitBoy Crypto, but this I thought was good stuff. Here we go.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is AJ, and this is the price prediction department. In this video, I want to do things a bit different than all the other videos that I've done before. Yes, there is a price prediction on the graph in this video, but I really want to take time to explain the importance of tokenomics and how you can use them to your advantage for the next bull run. Let's get it. Do you know how so many people are angry at the dollar because of inflation? Well, that is happening right now to a lot of your favorite crypto projects as time goes by. The idea is that you don't want to buy something that will lose value over time because the supply keeps increasing. For example, if you've been holding your money in a bank account for the past 20 years, because of inflation, you have been making a mistake. It's a simple concept, and the coin I'm covering today is a great example on how tokenomics can actually really hurt you if you don't understand the scenario. This is a perfect example on why you really need to do your homework and learn the ins and outs of every coin before you consider buying. For instance, look at the graph. It put its previous all-time high back in February of 21 at $2.88. And at the time, its supply was a little over 1.2 billion. If you didn't know what was about to happen to the graph supply and you held that coin all through 2021, not understanding its tokenomics is why you lost value. Unlike a lot of other coins, the graph did not put in a new all-time high later that year, because when in February its supply was 1.2 billion, by November its supply was 4.7 billion. I mean, that's a 291% supply increase in the span of 7 months. And anyone who held through that, they probably got wrecked. For some perspective, today the circulating supply for the graph is 9.1 billion. And if it ever wants to get back to that $2.88, the market cap is going to have to do a lot more work. I mean, the fact that the graph is only 9 cents right now is pretty crazy, you know? I mean, diamond hands are one thing, but knowing the tokenomics of your bags is another. We will circle back to that in a bit, but these are the things you need to look at for every single coin before you consider FOMOing in. To start off, obviously, you need to look at its circulating supply, or how many coins are in circulation right now. Then you need to look at the coin's max supply, or how many coins there will ever be. Ideally, you want the circulating supply to be closer to the max supply. Personally, I really like focusing on the projects that are at least 80% vested or better, as in 80% of the max supply is already in circulation. And that's because in these situations, you don't have to worry about inflation like you would in a lot of other projects. When the market cap of any coin goes up, you want the price to go up, not be in a situation where the market cap has to chase the supply up the hill. Off the top of my head, 3 coins with really good tokenomics are VeChain, Matic, and Quant. There are many more than that, obviously, but it is your job to do your homework and learn the ins and outs of all the coins you're thinking about buying. And with all that said, I really want you to be careful of the coins that do not have a max supply. These are coins like Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, the Graph, and Dogecoin. In these situations, the supply can just keep inflating and continue going up and up for forever. I'm not saying these coins won't pump, and it's a case-by-case basis. And it's our job to figure out what the supply will be, like how much it's going to grow between now and the projected all-time high of November 2025. And that is based off the Bitcoin halving cycle. And with the coins that don't have a max supply, unless there's a serious push to make the coin deflationary, like with Ethereum, for example, that's where you're going to run into some issues. For example, Dogecoin doesn't have a max supply, and roughly 14 million new coins are added to circulation every day. And that's pretty terrifying when you think about it. Also, you really got to be careful of the coins that are not even close to their max supply, like less than 25% vested, for example. Off the top, these are coins like Optimism, Filecoin, and Aptos. Just like the coins without max supplies, I mean, you can hold them. You'll probably still be profitable. They can still pump, but you need to figure out how many coins are going to be added by the time we get to the next bull run. That is paramount. Like, so what if a coin is only 20% vested? What matters is how much more the supply is going to grow in 2 years. A 10 to 20% supply increase is one thing, but a 50 to 60 supply increase, that's another, especially if you're DCAing into that coin now. In these situations, I really like using the website's token unlocks and token terminal to figure out the vesting schedule. For example, looking at these websites and seeing these vesting schedules, that would have been a really big help for anyone holding the graph back in February of 21. If they would have saw this chart, they would have bailed out immediately. But how bad is this scenario now? Using this vesting schedule, you can see here by November of 2025, the graph will have a supply of around 9.56 billion. So yeah, the graph supply went crazy in 2021, but now all the token unlocks for the team and the early backers, that's all basically over now. And based off this chart, assuming it's correct, the graph supply is only going to increase about 5% between now and the next bull run. That's not as bad of a situation as it was before. And I'm kind of feeling bullish. I mean, you see how the chart right here kind of curves off at the top and it's not going up aggressively like it was before? That's because once the team and all the early backers are paid off, the graph's normal issuance rate is only about 3%, and they burn about 1% of the supply every year. Even though the graph doesn't have a max supply, things will be much more calm for the graph's inflation scenario here on out.
Okay, there's more about this. Okay, so but I did see I couldn't believe it. So super chats came in, and my God, thank you so much. You guys do deserve to be recognized. And I will give you guys some great examples in regards to our tokenomics segment or class or whatever you want to call it here in a bit. Let's jump into some of the super chats. And guys, thank you so much. I mean, you guys rock. Thank you for having my back. All that good stuff. Thank God it's Friday, and thank God for our community that we have here at I almost caught myself on it. Maximus Crypto. Thank you for being part of the Maximus Crypto, community, basically. All right. And you know what? You think I didn't see you, my little friend? I should say little, right? Welcome. He says, "Hey Max." That's JG, but I said little friend. I thought it was Josh Cornwell. Shout out to Josh Cornwell, wherever you are, my friend. But JG, good to see you too, man. All right. JG's like, "Oh, I see how it is, Max. I'm a secret child of the Cornwells. Maybe you are. I don't know. I'm kidding." But yeah, what's this? Retrace on cast with this 0.27 suggested. I'll have to remember that. Man, that would be a great entry point. Thank you, Burke. By the way, feel free to, you can always DM me if you choose to do so. I'm not gonna bug the heck out of you, but your cast, but my friend, and I do appreciate that on that. How about this? All right, I'm gonna move along from that because you know what, all that stuff is in the past. But anyway, let's welcome AZ Marine Sniper. I'm gonna go further down, and what is this? What is this? Don't tell Cox you work from home. They'll try to charge you a Cox business customer. They could be real stinkers. They can't force you, but they'll try. No, it's not like that. It's just a regular residential line. Well, yeah, I get where you're coming from. All right. Let's see here. I see Daniel Gatons in the house. Thank you, Daniel, and your support, man. I appreciate you. I'm just going to go further down into the comments. Rafael Viana, thank you for being here. Let's just welcome a few more people. I'll get down to that. Blue Whale Ricky, aka B Ricky, is here. Is this a Jasmy channel now? No, it may seem that way. We do cover everything, but we don't do everything all at once. Otherwise, we're here for 5 hours and it gets split up on different days. There's a lot of emphasis, of course, obviously on Jasmy, Quant, maybe Stellar, XRP, stuff like that. Excellent. XDC. But welcome. Thanks, Ricky. I do appreciate it. And I'm glad to see an old, not old, I think you're old, but a guy from the past come back here and so on. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Really, really do appreciate that. Right back at you, man. I hope things getting better for you. Thoughts and prayers are with you too, man. You think I don't pay attention to certain things that have been mentioned? I really mean that. I hope things getting better for you, man. For real. We all need better times ahead. And you know what? Better times are ahead, but we got to finish this darn marathon. A lot of people quit it. People will get emotional. All right. What's this real quick? I'm trying to get down a super chat, but this is a good one. To everyone who hasn't enjoyed the pleasure of my fist, we sincerely apologize. Nice. All right. Luis Alvarez, welcome back. Thank you. It's rebranded to Maximus Crypto, but I'm glad to have you back. All right, let's see here. Here's a super chat from Elon Muff. Just basically recognizing B. Ricky. Mr. B. Ricky, welcome. Yes, thank you for the $5 super chat, and welcome back to Mr. B. Ricky. All right. On top of that, that's all been set up. Thank you for that. Yeah, I gotta adjust some things in regards to tax forms, but yeah, it's, if you're wondering the access of who has access, you're looking at him. Boom. Thank you. Just tap the moon. Thank you, Daniel. Anyone know something? Daniel and Wadi and all you guys, the invitation is always there. I miss you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well on your guys' platforms. Congratulations to you, Daniel. I saw you're now up to over 2,000 subs. Hey, guys, give Daniel Gayton, props and so on. I saw that you're still doing the morning show. Keep up the good work, Daniel. I know that you love talking about this. This is what I like. I like people who grind away, who don't quit. Daniel Gayton doesn't quit. He's not a quitter. And you're not a quitter. Thank you so much for your support, Daniel. It means a lot. Thank you. Cash Cats is a new member. Congratulations. Glad to have you, Mr. Cash Cats. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Even though it's not a super chat or anything, I got to recognize these two guys. Black with Max, you should create a course on video editing. Thanks. I never thought about that. You know, people have told me, they're like, man, your intros are awesome. I don't know. I mean, thank you. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Simon Greco, Max Hugs. Here's a virtual hug, a bro hug, or dab, whatever you want to call it, right? Thank you, Mr. Simon Greco. We did share some of your findings earlier in regards to the tax reform segment. So thank you for that. Guys, give props to Simon Greco for sharing some of that community-driven news updates. Sammy from Alabama, Jasmy's turn in 2021 was Dogecoin and Shiba Inu to the moon, to the freaking moon. I still think they could do some things, but this next time around, I may very well get out of it completely. All right, Stellar leading in off ramps, yes, big time, and then some. You know, there might be another big announcement in regards to Stellar, in regards to, I keep saying regards. It might not be Sorbonne, right? But what have we been learning the last few months? All indicators point towards it being Sorbonne. I mean, if Sorbonne was doing testnet, why wouldn't it not, you know, they talk about 70 projects going live. Well, you've been in testnet for a while. Now we're approaching mainnet. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go 2 predictions. XTC, 3 for 3, September 20th. We get a 3 for 3 on XTC. Stellar, Sorbonne. My prediction is the big announcement is Sorbonne. I bet you anything, it's going to be the big announcement is as 70 projects went live. They're on mainnet. Boom. Maybe a little bit of price shock. I don't know. But as we know, it's not necessarily about everything going live. It's the utility in motion. Let's not forget that. But I imagine we should see a little bit of a price spike as far as going to like $1 because Sorbonne went live. Is that utility in motion? Come on, guys. It's not. Like, you better believe 70 projects going live, flip of the switch. That's big. You know, can you imagine if Terra Luna Classic had 70 projects, premier projects going live? You know how, like, that would be huge for Stellar or huge for Luna Classic. That's not me flooding Luna Classic, but that's just me being real, right? So that is a big deal. My prediction is that's what it is. I could be wrong, and it's okay. I'm human. I could be wrong. All right, let's see here. We're going further down. I'm almost at the super chat. Let's read a few more from you guys because I always want to recognize the community. OG Crypto says, hey, Max, what about Elon Musk's XAI? Again, probably another one I got to research, my friend. I'm going to try to catch up on a lot of stuff. I got a lot to catch up on, you know, a lot of distractions. But have you guys noticed I'm getting back in the swing of things? I'm just so happy. I'm happy, man. I mean, I'm blessed. Hopefully you guys are blessed. It's good to be blessed. You know, count your blessings, count them one by one, count your many blessings, see what God has done. That's the way I look at it. But that's a good question, OG Crypto. It's the gangster. All right, let's read this from Crypto Smith. What up, everyone? Congrats, CTN family, on coming together for the greater good. Thank you. It's no longer going to be called CTN. I'm rebranding, but it nonetheless is still the same, everything else, right? Absolutely. It's just turning the page or going to the new chapter and so on. But the community is the same. This community has not gone away. You know, if anything, we strengthen our community and we're taking things to the next level. And it's good stuff. But Sean, it's been great, man. I will never forget the times that you've been on here on our platform, Utility Talk Now, networking with you, talking with you. I look really forward to seeing more of good old Sean, the Crypto Smith. And guys, by all means, before I get into the super chat real quick, how about this? Let's give Sean, the Crypto Smith, a plug. He deserves it. This guy rocks. He's not an XRP maxi. He's a utility maxi. Let's recognize our fellow brother, right? We recognize one of them, which was Darius McGruber. I'm sorry I didn't recognize Daniel Gayton. We'll give Daniel Gayton a follow too. But let's show Sean, the Crypto Smith. Give you a plug, my friend, real quick. All right. Let's pull this up. Where are you at? Here we go. Let's pull this up. Give him a follow. He's at a little over 2,000 subscribers. And he had a video 4 days ago on Zahao, if I'm pronouncing that right, sidechain XRP Plus. Some of you guys have been talking about that. Hey, Max, have you looked into it? Well, how about this? How about you support CryptoSmith? Watch the video. I get criticism. Max, your videos are too long. Well, okay. Then go watch CryptoSmith. Because here's the thing. We have talked numerous times, and shout out to Cool Cat Crypto. Stellar, we got smart contracts because of Sorbonne, right? XRP doesn't have smart contracts. Aha. But now we do, right? Because basically XRP Plus. So watch that video, educate yourself, go to the space CryptoSmith. Watch that video, right? And he's got other ones, right? Cold storage on your phone, offline payments with no fees. What's he talking about there? He's talking about MMAI's, their new smart wallet and so on. I seen part of the video, not the whole thing, but hey, another smart wallet. What's the big deal? He explains why it's a big deal, right? Because you can do like cold storage literally on your phone. That's big. That's game changer, guys. So, he promotes some good projects, and I do feel as though MMI is a good project. We understand what happened in the past. The past is in the past, right? I've always stated this, and I was consistent about it, whether it was in the past or present. I always felt as though it was a good project, and I still believe that to be the case. So shout out to all those guys. Glad you're covering some good utility projects, but check them out on that, and especially for those who are wanting more information in regards to XRP Plus, because you guys do bring it up a lot. We'll keep this on the screen for just a bit. I'm going to come back into the frame. Let's also thank Retro Brown Beast from the one and only Henry Brown. You think I forgot, man? No way. Sending my support. Much respect to everyone. Thank you so much. To give him a follow at Henry Brown Beats. Let's give him a plug too, man. We're going to give everybody a plug tonight. Yeah, Max, that's what Caroline said. Yeah, you can say that now. We're not going to get restricted on that. I'm not a prude, right? Anyway, Retro Brown Beats. Pull that up. Sorry, Sean. You're going to have to show his now. So you got two of them. I don't know which one we should subscribe to. I'm subscribed to both. Let's see which one just came out 3 years ago. Okay, maybe that's not it. 8 months ago. Whoa, some booty right there. Anyway. And there's this one 2 years ago. So I don't know which one you want us to subscribe to, but anyway, there's two of them. Retro Brown Beats. I don't know. I mean, can we play some of your stuff without getting copyright? Getting slapped with the copyright? Let us know, because I mean, I don't want to get. That would suck. Like, hey man, here's the channel, and then boom, we get copyright thing, and then off the air for 2 weeks. That would. You want to see Max get the air? Somebody, knocking the air out of me or something. Yeah, you get where I'm coming from. But anyway, Henry Brown, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Like, really, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Corey Bibe says he was thinking maybe a connection with Apple Pay. Okay, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. I mean, how many times I've dreamed? Some people say, like, hey man, you're nothing but a dreamer, Max. Wait, what? Max is behind the chat. Yeah, I'm behind the chat, big time. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's go further down. Henry Brown with a $2 super chat. Is there a rebrand? And I'm Retro Brown. Yes, it's a rebrand. Just Maximus Crypto. It's the same channel, but it's just rebranded. Okay. I'm going to tweak some settings so I get some correct banners over here. I don't know if I'm going to do one over here. But I'm not going to have something covering up my, as you guys would say, Filipino ice cube hat. In reality, guys, this does not stand for the Philippines, okay? It's the Portland Diamond Project. It's a future Major League Baseball team in Portland, Oregon. I've been dreaming about that since I was a little kid. And you don't think it's a big deal. It's a big deal to me, okay? But thank you for the $2 super chat. I want to welcome Thier Ham. You're like, oh, you skipped me. You just went to the guy with the super chat. Hey, I saw you. Welcome back. Glad to have you back, all right? All right, let's see here. Tim Shea, yes, it's just Max and us now. We know it's you, Henry, legend. Yes, you are a legend, Mr. Henry. I mean that. I'm not just saying that, Anyway, yes, we don't mean to brag. We don't mean to boast, but, at the end of the day, we got Mr. Retro Brown who throws the butter down on his breakfast toast, right? Anyway, yes, I just stole that from Sugar Hill Gang, but It is what it is. All right, but Deer is in the house. Is Brooklyn in the house? All right, representing one of the 5 boroughs. Which one do you represent, right? Sometimes you're in Queens, sometimes you're in Brooklyn. Which one do you really represent? I always wonder that, by the way. Anyway, to teach his own. He says, like all Ethereum miners didn't lose with the proof of stake. All they did was tweak. You mean tweak? Okay. The old Ethereum mining rigs and made them mine Ethereum Classic, if you ask me. Henry Brown, hello family. I'm making progress. I got a referral to Kinesiology. Okay, sorry. To start weight training again to get big, strong. Nice. I'm going to pump some iron. Do it. Do it now. Pump the iron. All right. Every opportunity I get to do that, I'm going to do that. All right. What else do we have up in here? We got Tim Shea. Oh, my God. Tim Shea. Are you kidding me? 719. How long ago has this been? Oh, you got to wait 20 minutes for me to read a super chat. I'm sorry, man. It's just I'm not used to getting super chats to me. I'm not going to harp on that anymore. It's in the past, right? But thank you, Tim Shea. You rock, man. Thank you. For real. Thank you. Boom. I just, you guys rock, man. Oh, man. You know what? Yesterday, I was like, it's not my style to come on and be like, screw this, F that. And you guys know me. I don't do that. My thing is, and I was accused of harassment and stuff like that and defamation. Did I not try to be as kind as I possibly could? I bit my tongue a lot, right? But anyway, that's in the past. My point is, say what you want. I think I try to be as kind as I possibly could, right? Like, I'm human too, things do tick me off, Hey, well, it ticks us off a lot. But anyway, that's in the past. But thank you for the $20 super, what's that, super sticker or super chat? Let's see what it looks like on the other screen. Sometimes I really like looking at them on the other screen because they look cool. They got like these custom animations. So man, you guys dropped a whole bunch of, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I got to get into all these. I am so sorry, you guys. What is wrong with Max? You know what? It's because I'm in shock. I think I experienced it once, back in like April of 2022, but again, none of them went to be. So, all right. Thank you again, Tim Shea. You more than had our back. You're not just us here at Maximus Crypto, right? You're everywhere. You were literally representing the 589th. I really mean that. Like, you are the mayor of crypto. You are the crypto commissioner, man. I mean, thank you. And you are an asset to this space. And I think everybody can agree on that. You watch morning shows. You go and you support other people. It don't matter how big or small their platform is. You are doing it. You're wanting to learn. You're here for the communities. Who doesn't know who Tim Shea is at this point? Who doesn't know who the Selmo Fuds are at this point? Who doesn't know some of the other guys and so on? Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And I know that your fellow stepbrother, Mr. Brian Affidawi, is at a bachelor party. Shout out to Brian. We love you, Brian. You guys rock, man. I love this community. Say what you want. LeGrand was right. It's not about the money sometimes. We're all trying to achieve generational wealth in the future. But at the end of the day, we're all people. And if you turn your back on the community, and people recognize that stuff, man. So sorry about the sneeze. Because I gotta dust up a little bit in the spot right here, but I'll get it later. But thank you, man. Thank you so much. All right. Mike Cornwell, aka Elon Muff. You guys want to hear something funny real quick? And by the way, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. So I want to tell you guys this. This is a true story. This is funny stuff. We'll get back into the tokenomics segment here in a bit. It's thank God it's Friday. TGIF with Max in our community, right? It's a true story. Driving down the road, okay? It's like, I don't know, 8:30 at night or something, my time, Pacific time. I'm driving down the road. I listened to a XRP segment from live show from Crypto Hulk, right? He's all coughing, clearing up his throat. It's fine. And out of nowhere, he says, He's like, thank you to Elon Musk for the $2 super chat. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought you were banned. Yes, banned is Mike Cornwell, but not banned is Elon Musk. And of course, he doesn't know you're Elon Musk. And anyway, it was just funny to hear Crypto Hulk say on this live show, thank you for the $2 super chat, Mr. Elon Musk. Mike is so creative, man. I mean, look at that thing. You will never meet another guy in all of crypto named Elon Musk. And I want to state this. We should just absolutely tag living hell out of Elon Musk. Should we not? I mean, you know, Elon Musk, I know, has a good sense of humor. He's not like a stick in the mud. I mean, you know, maybe we should do that. Maybe Elon, the real Elon Musk, recognize Elon Musk. Can you imagine if Elon Musk became a brand name? So instead of having like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or like Mike Tyson's Mysteries, the Adventures of Elon Musk. that would be awesome. That would be awesome. You freaking rock, man. I love you, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I'm just trying to catch up on all this stuff. I am overwhelmed with the outpouring of support from this platform. I saw T Lens connected. T Lens, Tia, thank you for that sweet email. You rock. If I remember, like, you know, Vegas or something like that, Vegas is awesome. I don't go there in the summertime, though. I'm just throwing that out there. But yes, I'll hit you up on that. Thank you so much. I'm still catching up on these super chat. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. Anyway, so where we're at. That's a super sticker. I think I got to see what it looked like. It looked pretty cool. All right, Crypto Smith, $20 super chat. Oh, man, you guys, I might get emotional, ain't I? I don't know, I'm not. I'm gonna do my best not to do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's very humbling. I'm not gonna get emotional. You're gonna make me want to cry for crying out loud, but you got to try to be a man and not do that. You are an example of what we all should strive for. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Max. Wishing you much more success. Sean, I want to tell you something, man, and I hope you're still watching. I don't know if you ever noticed me from the beginning. I am a people person, but not because it's for my own personal gain, you know, and I think you can see that. I think our community can see that. A long time ago on Facebook, my friend Paul Arbogast, Arbo, we call him, he's part of my gaming group. He had a meme and it basically mentioned something like, if you are being kind to people, not out of the sheer act of kindness, but for other reasons, you are not showing kindness, you are doing business. And that's the way I look at it. Like, I love that you are utility, Maxi. I love your personality. I love you, brother. Really, I do. And I care about you. And I want to see more of Sean the Crypto Smith. Anything I can do to help you in any way, whether it's, I don't know, anything, man. I really mean that. You know what I mean? Like, other than me, like, you know, flying over your house in a helicopter. I mean, within reason, right? But I'm into helping Sean the Crypto Smith, Daniel Gate, and all you guys, right? Waddy, all you guys. I don't forgot about you guys. And that goes for anybody. Anybody that's a member of computing. You may think I'm not an approachable person. Ask anybody who sent me a DM. I will answer your DMs. And Jack, if you're watching, Jack Thompson, and you feel as though bullcrap, Max, I sent you an email. I looked into that. I couldn't even see it. But my point is, Sean, everybody, thank you so much. And I really, really appreciate it. I have grinded away at this for the longest time. And I just feel so thankful and so blessed that I didn't get rug pulled on this channel. You know, shout out to Teddy Ganja. That song at the end of his live stream is stuck in my head for some reason. You know, it's kind of funny. It's just like, don't get rug pulled. It don't even say rug pulled. Like pulled is, don't get rug pulled. Anyway, yeah, none of us get rug pulled, right? Thank you, Sean. $20 super chat. I'm sorry I didn't drop you a super chat on your channel. I'm gonna have to return the favor at some point. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Let us know if you got live streams going on again. We would like to know about that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Mark Bachanik. Yo. Let's welcome Mark to our network, our community, I should say. I don't know if I've seen you be here before. Maybe I have, but again, if you get a custom avatar, Mark, we will recognize you. You know, we recognize avatars and so on. But guys, give Mark a warm welcome. I would really appreciate it. I'm sure he would as well. We want to see more of Mark. Okay, let us know what you're all about, Mark. What do you hold? Why do you hold it? How did you find out about our channel? And yes, all right. Boomer F&Suer, the one and only Mr. Boomer F&Suer with the $9.99 super chat. Matt, you the man, Max. Guys, I want to state this. I know that some of you guys want me to just jump right into some of the coverage. I have to recognize our community. These guys dropping super chats doesn't necessarily happen all the time, but I guess they recognize it in light of some of the recent things. And again, we're moving way past what happened with yesterday and so on. And the point is this: it's a new chapter, you know, rebranding. And again, I really mean it. If you may think you cannot DM me about it, it could be anything. You could send me a DM. I am not so busy where I can't at least take a little bit of time in my day to recognize it within reason, you know. But I do my best to respond back to you guys. Boomer F&Suer, you the man too, man. And I really looking forward to having some Boomer F&Suer, you know, world famous ribs or what the heck we're gonna do. What are we doing? I forgot to mention that. Are we doing ribeyes? Are we, you know, we hinted about the, you know, Wagyu. In my opinion, if we're going to go all out, we're talking about the utility run, generational wealth in the future. I never had no Wagyu. I think we all deserve to try out some Wagyu in the future, right? That'd be super cool. At the future meetup, you better believe it's going to happen. It might not happen like at the end of this year or anything like that, but when we hit that real true utility run, you better believe that's what's going to happen. You know, shout out to the greatest generation, World War II veterans. Okay, that generation's dying off. But you don't want to know something? If you guys ever watched like Baba Black Sheep Squadron and so on, what is one thing that they talked about when the war ended, where they're going to meet up? They were either going to meet up after the war if they lived through it, either at Times Square, New York, or they're going to meet up in like at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. We will have to find out where we're going to have our meetup for when we have victory in blockchain, DLT, and clear regulatory, not just framework, but the clarity, if you will. When the utility run happens and we have that life-changing, you know, generational wealth. That's our victory. So with that said, we should be talking about that, right? And for real, no BS. You know, let's make that happen. That'd be so cool, right? And I'm not BSing you guys. This is a real thing. Look forward to meeting some of you guys. Look forward to have some Boomer F&Suer, you know, ribeye, Wagyu, where the heck we do, right? You always said party over at Boomers. Absolutely, my friend. Thank you for that $10 super chat. OG Crypto, thank you as well. $5 Canadian. I didn't realize you're in Canada. Maybe you mentioned that before. Max, Elon Musk XAI, your thoughts might be used in Twitter X. Oh, man, I got to look into that, my friend. Let me see. Elon Musk XAI. Understand the universe. The XAI is a new company founded by Elon Musk that sets out to understand the universe. Who's investing in XAI? It's a privately held company that relies on funding mainly from private investments. Contributions to Elon Musk's personal wealth is exclusive. There's limits in regards to the ability to purchase AI shares to a select group of investors, such as venture capitalists, angel investors, so on. So it sounds like it's pretty exclusive just on the surface. I mean, if you want, I could look more into it, you know. I'm not trying to be dismissive, my friend. I just don't know much about it. I know sometimes some people feel as though like, how could you know, like Badir back in the day, how could you not know about this? You don't know squat about crypto. Not to me, you know, state that. Anyway, we can look more into it, man. I will try to remember that. There's a few I got to do. I got to do XPR. Maybe I do this, but nonetheless, OG Crypto, Mr. Gangsta. Thank you, man. You've been really supportive. And I do like your new look. And that AI that they did for you on your avatar looks amazing, my friend. Absolutely amazing. Oh, my gosh. Mariachi, Max Time. You mean that? Yeah, there's a lot of that in the Southwest, my friend. If you ever want some of that, just The invitation is always here, okay? Thank you, Henry Brown, for $2 super chat. Wow, you guys rock. Elon Muff. Boom. Wish I could take back all my super chats and blast them all right now. Well, I'm sorry, like you said, the truth came out, and it did, and people saw it. But you know what? It's turning the page, new chapter. That's just what it is. But thank you, Mike, for everything, man. I mean, introducing ISO 222 to us and everything else you talked about. And we're a community. We're, like I said, you guys want to be a sideline reporter, follow me at, DPG Maximus. I don't have the thing up there because I don't want it up there. If you know what I'm talking about. I got to make a new one, and it will say X. I got to figure that out. I got to watch some tutorials on how to do that. And I'm going to learn some new things over the weekend. So anyway, thank you, man. All right. Yeah, see, man. Say what's up to Burke again, an Idahoan brother, right? Tim Shea with another $20 super chat. My God, Tim, thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. You rocked him. Thank you. I know I'm saying a lot of thank yous, but I mean, really, you guys are very humbling. Daniel Gay, I'm so sorry, man. 723 sent the super chat. $20 super chat. Okay, we're gonna do things the right way. Okay, for crying out loud, I gave two other guys plugs: Henry Brown, Sean the Crypto Smith. Darius, that was 3. You were Daniel. You get a plug with my 2, my friend. That's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, so let's see here. Daniel Gayton, the one and only. I did listen to part of your morning show on a replay, just out of curiosity. I do miss tuning into your morning shows, but yeah, keep in mind, like, my schedule's a little bit different now. But I'll try to tune in a little bit more when I can, my friend. But guys, give Daniel Gayton a follow. He could be followed, obviously, at Daniel Space Gayton, Gayton. First name is obviously how you spell it, Daniel. And he's currently at, again, congrats, Daniel, man. You've been talking about a guy who's, like Crypto Smith was saying, what we should strive to be like, right? Daniel is the literally the living proof of grinding away. And knowing that, not just to just do a show, but he's very passionate about crypto. He likes to cover a lot of different things. He's part of the MMI team. And, shout out to you guys. I mean, you guys got a good project over there with MMI. And I just want to state this. I mean, I don't want people to read into this too deep. Like, Max is just trying to, see if you join the MMI team. No, that's not it. For real, that's not it. Okay. I just want to give a personal apology to, I guess you say, Andrew Shaw. In the past, we kind of have our differences and so on. Even on the show, he said some things, and I kind of was like, I don't know about you. Like, why are you going after me, right? It's some things I was told, right? And I'm not going to bring up the past, and it seemed like, well, why are you? But my point is, I owe him an apology, okay? And my thing is, like Tim Shea was mentioning, he's a good person. You guys know, right? As the saying goes, sometimes it's not, it's not who you know, but what you know or what you heard. I was too reliant on certain sources, and I do apologize for that. And if anything, I'll try to be a little bit better about that. But yeah, I give an apology. And whether he accepts it or not, it's okay. It doesn't matter if it gets back to him. It don't bother me. But, I do want to send an apology to him. I think that's the right thing to do. All right. So, Daniel, thank you so much. $20 super chat. Give him a follow. He does morning shows. He does, he does videos. He does shorts. He did a video 10 hours ago on Neuroni AI. He covers, we don't really cover meme tokens here much, but if meme tokens are your thing, I mean, guys, we have other people part of our community and so on that cover that stuff, and you can, by all means get connected and so on. Here's some of his more popular ones. He's talked about Gala 3 months ago. What happened with that? That's awesome that you covered Jasmy a month ago. Cool. So you know what, guys, you guys that have been watching us, I don't know, for instead of years, you've been watching us for many months, mainly for Jasmy and stuff like that. Hey, you know what? Daniel Gayton keeps you informed. He covers obviously the Alliance block, now known as Nixera. Those are some of his more popular ones. And again, he has a live show. Here's his live show. It's called The Morning Show, pre-market and crypto news. Daniel, if you want, drop that in the chat what time your show comes on. I believe it's 6 a.m. my time, but I could be wrong, which is Pacific time. But, give us some clarification in regards to that. We'll leave this up there for a bit. And thank you so much, Daniel, for your ongoing support, man. I was wondering why I didn't hear from you. And like you said, you were like, yeah, correct. That says it all. And I didn't realize that was what was going on. And I'm so sorry that had to happen. But you know what? I'm glad to see you back, man. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Corey Bibe. I'm glad I found your show, Max. Not a scam. Scam. Jasmy scam. Rice Crops Consortium. Scam. Personal data locker. Scam. I am the puppy dog. My name is M.E. Jasmy scam. Anyway, that sounds so bad. But anyway. Yeah, what about that one we were talking about earlier, guys? Come on. Rencom. Are they literally saying Jasmy scam? Yes. We will partner with them. Scam. All right. $2 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see what else we got up in here. Just double check on the other screen. I guess there's a few more. My goodness. You guys rock, right? All right. Let's see. I'm trying not to skip some of your comments. What's this one from Learning Vol? Sucks what happened to BitBoy. He was cocky as F. He was. And, that's my thing. Like, maybe you guys don't believe it, but, at some point, especially like with the utility run, I think Mike Cornwell and some of you guys, other guys are right. There's people who are going to come back and they're going to look at the old content and they're going to say to themselves, like, wow, this guy was covering this for, not just me, but, Daniel Gayton, Sean the Crypto Smith. I mean, a lot of these channels, say what you want. If you guys keep plugging along, you're going to blow up because you cover things long, like, in bear markets and so on. And then when the utility run or the next bull market hits and so on, your channels should do some big things, especially if you are active. So, the key thing is, it's like, I'm not going to let anything go to my head. I mean, getting super chats tonight, I'm excited for it. I'm grateful for it. I don't let it go to my head and like, oh yeah, man, I know everything about crypto and blah, blah. No, I don't know everything about crypto. I'm still learning a lot of things about crypto, right? Like, I may know a little bit more than the average person on certain projects, but it doesn't mean I know everything about crypto. Like, you know what I mean? So my thing is, I'm not going to let, like, my ego, I don't really have an ego, but I'm not going to let all this go to my head. Like, if this channel blows up to like 50,000 subs or 100,000 subs or something like that in the future, a few years down the road, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be cocky as what. No. At the end of the day, I stay true to myself, and that is, I think, the definition of integrity. Is it not? If you look it up in Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, what is the definition of integrity? It's being honest to yourself, honest and true to yourself, and true to others. Integrity. That's it. And I think we all need to do that, right? Max, thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Mr. Stumprider. Thank you. I mean, $20 super chat. I mean, I know that this could be money you guys could spend on, Caspa, Jasmy, XRP, XLM, XTC, you name it, right? HBAR, the graph or whatever we were talking about earlier. I get that. Thank you, though. That's just, I can't thank you enough. Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk says CTN fam. Yeah, I mean, I understand it's going to be kind of getting old to get out of that habit. And if you guys still call it that, it's fine. I'm not going to be the type of guy to be like, oh, you got to stop calling it that, bro. No, I won't do that to you. You know what I mean? So, it's hard to get out of habits and so on, but no, I would never be like that. All right. Crypto Smith, he says he's no fan of Ben, but that ish was wrong. Yes, it was wrong. And what sucks is, like, of course, the family, his wife, and so on. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're a Christian too. Maybe I'm wrong. I remember if we had that conversation, but as the saying goes, "He who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm not trying to justify it. I'm really not. And for the record, I've never been married to the point where I had a wife and I committed adultery. God no. But it's a sad situation. I truly believe that the devil will attack you when you're most vulnerable and find ways to do so. And I firmly believe that 100%. Some people may think that sounds crazy, but I mean, that's just the way I believe. And that will happen, Yeah, Satan wants to destroy people when they're at the height of popularity or got things going on any way they can, I've experienced that, and I won't get more into that, but I've experienced, not to that point with Ben Armstrong, but man, every time I've tried to do well in my life and turn things around where I'm like, oh my God, things are starting to turn around, every single time something bad has happened, and it's sad. And that's where I try to draw more close to God and be like, not to quote DMX, but there's a verse he has, I think, in Damien Part 3. He's just like, Lord Jesus, get the devil out of my life. And then, you hear like in the background, he's like, I'll be back. All right. Psych. Yeah. Like, no, get the devil out of my life. I don't need that. Who was it earlier? Nelly there. Remember him? Nelly there. We haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing all right. Shout out to him. He was mentioning, Max, what do you think of Cult DAO? And, it might be a great, community and so on, but it's something to be said. It's like a lot of bad juju there, right? I just don't like the imagery, and maybe some people are like, so what, bro? You're going too far with this. This is a really good token. If you guys hold that, hey, you know what? I'm not trying to like say for you go dump your position. It didn't set well with me. I was just like, I want God's blessing in my life. I'm not trying to convert atheists into believers, like like Kanye West would say, stuff like. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm not cool with all that weird, crazy, satanic imagery. Like, and I just want God's blessing in my life. And I was like, I don't care what this does. This could be like 1,000x for crying out loud. I don't want any of that. You know what I mean? Like, there's other ones I can get into that are going to make me more than good than invest in Cult DAO. You're floating my Cult DAO, bro. Yeah, I know it sounds like it. It's not for me. Anyway, let's read this. Henry Brown, you love to hear the story again and again of how it all started way back when. The monument is right in your face. Sit and listen for a while to the name of the place, the bridge, Queens Bridge. Thank you, man. Yeah, nice rhymes there. QB, yes, absolutely. All right. I'm gonna check the other screen just a little bit more. I think we might be caught up. Maybe not. Nope, we're not caught up, I guess. Oh my gosh, how much is there? This is good problems. Let's see. Legrand Commission is here. Brittany has some super chats. Edward Vincent needs to be recognized. Edward Vincent, let's see here. Long live Maximus Crypto. Thank you so much, Edward. Mr. Squidward. 8 months he's been a member. I got to get into this. I'm sorry. It may not take him too long to get into this, but I'm just trying to recognize you guys too. But yeah, welcome to Le Grand Commission. Oui, merci beaucoup. Thank you, Legrand, for being here. But yeah, man, thank you, Henry Brown, $10 super chat. I know that you guys, can you get into the show? It's what it is. We have to recognize members, right? Crypto Winter, I gotta read this because if anybody mentions Nas, I gotta read this. Man, Nas still have his picture on 21st corner bodega. Abdul, my guy, make sure the mural stays fresh. That's awesome. I love it. As you guys know, Nas is my all-time favorite rapper. And this was even back in the day when Tupac and Biggie were alive, right? Like, Nas is just, I don't ever get tired of listening to Nas. He's just got a style that's like no comparison. All right. Thank you for that. But dear Landy Flowers with the $2 worth of flowers, if you will. Thank you. Thanks for the nuggets. Oh, no, my friend. No, you're welcome. This $2 will not be used for chicken nuggets. I get what you're saying. Bad joke. All right, you're welcome. You're very welcome, man. See you at the top. Yes, absolutely. We will get into the continuation of what we have for the tokenomics segment in a bit. And when I get that thing done and chopped up, like obviously I'll have to trim a lot of the, the comments out and so on. Just has a nice flow. But Landy Flowers, thanks, man. And you know what? Consider change your avatar. Something speaks more about who you are and what you're about, because you know what? It just helps to identify you a lot easier and so on. Yes, everybody knows this guy, Tim Shea, right? But also look at the avatar. You know what I mean? That's Tim Shea. You know what I mean? And does Tim Shea spray from far away? I don't know. Henry Bound, does Tim Shea spray from far away? Does he have everybody hitting the DECK? But dear, he blows up stuff so remarkable. Is he like Peace 2 Mateo and Tony McAllister sipping yayo is dangerous? You know where I'm going with this, right? Anyway, thank you again for the $2 super chat. My God, Maximus Crypto, you love it. Yeah, that was my original channel. It's kind of funny how that worked out, but anyway. You guys can fill in Mr. Cool Cat Crypto. All right, we got a little bit of BSV for you as an example. It's a good example. Cool Cat. Okay, it's a good example. All right. Andrew M. Hope your dad is doing better. I hope he is too. I checked in with the hospital. They say he's in good spirits and so on. And he knows, I guess, fully that he's going to that place. I just, man. I mean, he's my dad. I love my dad. I mean, you know how it is when it comes to our family. Like, you don't want to see your loved ones suffer and stuff like that. And the guy is just, I want to state this, like, I'm not trying to brag about my dad, but honestly, my dad is the toughest guy I've ever knew in my life. Even as an old man, he's just rugged and tough. And it's just like, I told him, I was like, if anybody else your age would probably be like, been dead a long time ago. I hate to say that. He's just built from a different cloth or whatever. It's just, I don't know. He's got a muscle like right here. This is my left shoulder, right? So my dad had to hold like a 30-pound hut gun on the assembly line at Freightliner Trucking Corporation at Swan Island, Oregon, which is in the Portland area. And since he had to hold that, when he has his shirt off, you see like this growth. It's like this ball. It's like as big as like a, I don't know. I want to say like a small orange or like a lemon, and it's just like bulging out there. And it's just like, I'll see him at the table, and I'll be like, "Hey, you've been working out your little muscle there, huh?" And he's just like working it out. Shoot, he's like, "That's 13 straight years on the assembly line holding a hut gun." And I'm just like, you want to talk about hard work? And when he left Freightliner and he retired, this is a true story. I'm not making this up. They had to have two guys, and he retired when he was 62. They had to have two guys do his job. And then you may be wondering, how is that possible? He's an old man, 62 at the time. The reason why is this. He was perfect. He was the perfect height for his job of where that rail was, where he had to like kind of squat just a little bit and then hold the hut gun. Get this. He was able to do 18 front ends on the assembly line by himself. Everybody else had, and people are like, how do you do that, man? Like holding that hut gun. And for tall guys, I know some of you guys are tall. I'm only 5'10", right? So the tall guys really they had a hard time with his job. So he was the perfect height for it. He was 5'5". He might be, I don't know, he might have shrunk to like 5'3" now I think about it. But anyway, yeah, man, like right here, he's got this bulging, like it's still there. It's crazy. And it sucks because I'm like, Dad, you lost all this weight, from being in and out of the hospital. He lost like 70 pounds, man. He's like skinny as hell now. But he lost like, I'm gonna say about 60, 70 in that range. But anyway, it's like he should have lost it there off his little growth thing, his little muscle. Instead, he lost it off his legs, and he needs it on his legs because he needs to be able to walk, and he can't walk without a walker, and now he can't even walk with a walker. So I'm really hoping this place. It's called Lake Pleasant Acute Care, and it's quite the drive. It's going to take me about like an hour to get there. And I just hope to God, and I'm going to be checking in with these guys, that they really help him like do some squats. And I mean, not necessarily force on, but I mean, I just really hope that he can gain some muscle mass. He's going to be there for like a month, and if he could come home and be somewhat normal again, and that would help me out obviously too, because I just don't want to see him fall anymore. I mean, he's had too many falls, and I mean, I'm literally watching like a hawk and so on, but I mean, you know, I'm human too. I mean, I'm gonna close my eyes at some point. You know, I mean, I can't just be like, you know. Anyway, thank you, Andrew M, for your question. I really love our community. Thank you so much. I mean, he might be watching. I don't know. But basically, yeah, the channel was handed over to me, and we're still here. We're a community. I have no ill will against them. I wish them well. T Lens, thank you for being here. Again, like I saw you earlier. All right, let's see here. I'm going to jump back to what we have. I'm just going to double check. Let me use something. Let me use your comment, Tia, as a bookmark. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. All right, I'm so far behind. $2 super chat from April Cornwell. I think I saw one also from Brittany. I'm so sorry for being behind, Brittany. I will answer this from $2 from Mrs. Muff. Yeah, it's funny. You know, in April, you're always a good sport about stuff, and that's what makes you rock. You know, man, you like rock. Period. You're a great mother. Apparently, you're always there for your family. I mean, that's awesome. All right. What was it? I think I missed Legrand's comment. Where was it? Max, so you set up with the AdSense in your yes, and all the passwords are changed and so on. So we're good. We're good. Thank you for that, though. Nice, Mr. and Mrs. Muff. All right, I got to get to Brittany's super chat here. Sorry, Brittany. I hope you're not like, Max, what the heck, man? Long live Maximus Crypto. Thank you, Mr. Squidward. And Edward, you're always welcome to come back here again. You are always welcome here to share the stage or whatever we want to do. I missed, you know, we had a good thing going on until that got ruined, right? I'm not going to bring that up. But anyway, you are always welcome here, okay? And if you ever need me to promote the hell out of top shelf crypto, you just let me know, okay? We're good on that. All right. Let's see. Wagyu, 1 pound prawn. Yes, we definitely got to get some prawns, some shrimp, all that stuff. I agree. Especially like what they do with the, you know, like the corn on the cob where it's mixed in it and so on with the paprika and all that. I don't know. It just sounds good. All right. Brittany with a $20 super chat. You rock, Brittany. Congratulations, Max. Thank you so much for your support, Brittany. You know, you remember we talked about Gen Z and that you guys represent, like, I guess the majority of the future for the overall crypto market and so on. Brittany is literally the staple of we're talking about Tim Shea representing the 589s. Brittany is literally doing a good job representing Gen Z. Shout out to you, Brittany, and thank you for supporting this community. Thank you for wanting to learn more. This is a lot of giving back and, you know, just recognizing a lot of you guys and so on. And, you know, it's kind of off the script tonight, but we have to do this. We got to recognize our community, you know. You guys are dropping super chats for a reason. I'm not going to be like, you know, dismissing that, ignoring that. Thank you so much, Brittany. Let's check out your new avatar. I'm glad to see you got the new one. There was nothing wrong with the one you had before, you know, but she said, congrats, Max. $20 super chat. Thank you so much. And cool pick. I like the new avatar. Looks pretty cool. Shout out to you, Brittany. Sorry you had to wait for a bit on that one. Where are we at? Oh, boy. There's more. Wow. There's a lot more. All right. You guys rock. I'm not complaining. OG Crypto. Hey, Max, in my opinion, we owe you for the great work. We don't have time to research. Thank you. That's one way of looking at it. Thank you for that. Max, I messaged on X. All right, let me check real quick, and I'll get some of you other guys' super chats in a second. Just trying to see. I mean, let's see here. Right. I will get that taken care of. There's a lot of things I got to do over the weekend, LeBron, and that's one of them. All right. But as far as access, he doesn't have access anymore. All right, let's go further down. Call it Maximus Crypto Community, maybe. Yeah. I mean, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm all ears. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. We'll see how that goes. Max Community, do you like XYO? I don't even know what XYO is. I'll be honest. I don't know what that is. I'll have to find out about that. OG Crypto XAI is open for public purchase as of 32 days ago. Below everyone's radar. You can find it on CoinGecko right now. Another Doge coin, in your opinion. All right, we can pull that up. I mean, you dropped a super chat for crying out loud. I can at least recognize that for you. I do go to CoinGecko. I'll do as much as I used to back in the day. But I used to go on CoinGecko a lot because, I mean, when meme coins launch and so on, like you could get them, you can see all about them there compared to CMC a lot quicker. But yeah, let's see here. XAI. All right, let's pull that up for a second. XAI. I think it's called XAI Corp, right? Should be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Let's share this. 0.000478881. Total supply of 1 billion. Max supply of 1 billion. That can't be right. Really? At this price? Wow. Looks like you can. Okay, it's built off of ETH. Huh. Let's see what's going on with this for a second. All-time highs were 0.001 back on July 23rd. Project has been around since early July. Okay. You could get off of one platform. You get on Uniswap with the V2 pool. Huh. What is this about, though? I don't know. I have to look more into it. Can we pull up their site? Let's see if we can pull up their site. Shoot. Here's your site, just real quick. XAI, everything meme. Okay. A cryptocurrency project made to support and honor Elon Musk's newest project, XAI. Uh-oh. I lost my connection. All right. Mike Cornwell calls means it's the bat signal. Something happened. I need to check my text. So what happened? Nothing happened. No text. Did I lose my internet? God, I hope not. No, I didn't lose my internet. Better not have lost my internet. Let's see what's going on. Just tested my internet. I'm good. Something happened. I'll have to look more into this, my friend. But something happened if the bat signal or the bat phone, the Max phone got triggered. But thank you for the $10 super chat. Obviously, I got a few to catch up on. So I'm going to write all this down. All right, let's see here. XAI, CoinGecko, XPR, XRP Plus. Let's say these. Hold on. Research. And we'll put this. Oh boy. We'll put this under my notepad. Okay. Number 2. All right. Maybe you sent it to me on a different, like on a website, like Facebook or something. Let's see. All right. I got a message from the Muff, Elon Muff. That was the wrong XAI. Oh, okay. That's what's going on. All right. Well, my bad. Let's see what's going on with this. I will go in the comments and see which one's the right one. I'm sorry about that. Well, shoot. DMX, what was that? Was a true poet. Yeah, I agree. God bless Max. All chat bots in the community. Thank you very much. Nas hit us with Ether. Yeah. LeGrand Commission says, just I don't know. It's Biggie Smalls. Team Shea spray from far away. That's bad, Boomer. Anyway, bad. All right, LeGrand Commission, Deuteronomy 8:18 God gives you the ability to make wealth. Very true. All right. Hold on. It's the next Dogecoin. Mark my words here. I believe you. I got to get the right one. I'm sorry. OG Crypto, I'm sorry, man. Like, it's all spur of the moment. I'll try to get the right one. I don't know what to say, man. Thank you. I'll try to get the right one going on. Man, this side of the house is starting to get really hot. Today was 110 in September. It's like, what's up with that? Patrick Collier with the 50. Sorry about that. $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Patrick Collier. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the nice DMs that you sent earlier. I believe you. I wrote it down. Listen, OG Crypto, I swear, man. I have XAI, CoinGecko, XPR. I got XRP Plus. I mean, there's probably some of the ones I got to do. You guys may think I just write down and don't do nothing. Sometimes that may seem to be the case because I get busy and stuff, but I think I got my point across. I'm not the type of guy who's like, I'm gonna write it. I'll look into that. You know how many times people say that? Oh, I'll look into that. I might not look into it like right after the show, but I mean, I will get around to doing it. The render one took a while. I understand. Look, man, OG Crypto, like, I have nothing but love and respect for you, man. You know what I mean? I will look into it. All right. I swear I'm going to look into it. Okay. And when you say mark my words, like, you obviously you're passionate about it. I still hold Dogecoin. You better believe I want to look into this. Okay. As you guys know, it wasn't for Dogecoin, I wouldn't even be here. It was my entry point into altcoins. I don't know. I mean, that was the entry point for a lot of us. And SHIB and so on. There's some ones I still believe in. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and so on. Maybe this ends up being one I, want to look more into. But just know this. When the Elon Musk calls the bat signal or the max signal or whatever you want to call it, calls my bat phone and it blinks and says his name across the screen, I know. I'm like, oh, crap, something happened. So that's what he was trying to say. Not the right one. Okay, I'm sorry. 70% of prisoners didn't have a dad. Dads mattered. Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. All right, that's between you guys. Let's read this also from Henry Brown. $5 super chat. You guys don't want it with Hove. Hold on. Hove, yeah. You guys don't want it with Hove. Ask Nas. He don't want it with Hove. No. ROC. We running this rap-ish. Oh, Max, tell Nas the bridge is over. I have nothing against Jay-Z. I just prefer Nas. It's just the way it is. I do like Jay-Z back in the day in like mid-90s where he's like, check out the J, check out the Z. Why? Check out the Z. All right, G. I'm breaking MCs up like EPMD and your buses. If you want to see me, I'm Buck Wild with style to now. I don't know if you ever seen that fast rap he did on a freestyle. That was, in my opinion, like, why did you stop that, Jay-Z? But hey, obviously it worked. He's got one of the most successful, if not the most successful careers in all of, rap, hip hop. So obviously he knows what he's doing. And, come on, he hooked up with Beyonce and are you kidding? All right. It's all good. All right. Thanks, Brittany. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's go further down. Oh my God. Oh my Lanta. Like my friend Mike will always say this. Like, I don't know. It's an old expression we have, LeGrand. Like, instead of saying, oh, I don't know, we just go, oh my Lanta. Something crazy happens, So here goes. Oh my Lanta. $100 super chat. My God, I haven't seen one that big since actually Andrew Shaw back in the day before he got involved in MMAI, right? He was dropping us super chats like crazy. I think he dropped like a $400 one, which was crazy. And anyway, I never saw a dime of that, but thank you, Mr. Legrand Commissioner. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me, Legrand? Apparently you are not kidding me. Congrats, Max, to a new beginning. You have a bright future, my friend. Well, thanks, man. You have a bright future as well. Like, shoot, man. Legrand, thanks, man. Oh, my God. Very humbling. I don't know what to say other than to say thank you. I don't know what to say other than thank you. Not just Legrand, all you guys, man. Like, Legrand, you obviously been watching, you know, back when it was called CTN, you know, as of every day from yesterday and previously. But, God, man. I mean, thank you, mi amigo. Thank you. I'm really thankful for that. It's been a long time coming, man. Yeah. We have an awesome community. Other communities have maybe like hundreds and hundreds of people. We have a really great core community here. My hope and my mission is not just obviously collect super chats. It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. My hope and mission for everybody is to understand what we offer here as a community. We have some great friends here. A lot of us are friends. Let's be honest. You're my friend, Mike Cornwall, a lot of you guys, right? We're a community. We're friends, but we share this common belief, and not just because it's like we're a cult, you know. Oh, this is a crypto cult. We're not a cult. We're a community, and this community shares like information about, you know, like whether it's you or Mike Cornwall or Tim Shea or Brian Dowie, Boomer F and Sooner. Coochie Boy's not here tonight, but shout out to him. There's always somebody. Harry Brown, you know. We share as a collective group of a community. Like, check this out. Shout to this new guy, right? Maybe he's watching tonight. Menelagar, right? Menelagar, if I'm pronouncing it right. Neo X Tricks. Shout to Quant Pop. All these people coming together for one common goal, and that is we are excited about blockchain and distributed ledger technologies. And that's what drives us to come together. And we come together as a community to share the info. It ain't just about me coming on screen and be like, oh, hey, you know, let's check out Filipino Ice Cube. No. But at the end of the day, thank you so much, Legrand. That means the world. And all you other guys, whether it is a $100 super chat, a 99-cent super chat, just the gesture, like, you have no idea. You know, you have no idea. God bless you, Legrand. Thank you, man. Saying goes to you, my friend. And if I had some fat juice right here, I would, but no. Cheers, my friend. Thank you. You know, it's Coca-Cola earlier. I know I get crap about drinking a Coke, but, you know, it's my first Coke in a week, so I deserved it. Anyway. I know, diabetes, but anyway. Thank you. Wow. Blown away with that. Absolutely blown away with that. I'm going to refresh the other screen real quick. See how we're doing. My God. You know, I read in the other screen about Tim Shea, and you know something that has not been brought up in a long time? Because you guys had too much focus on the Caroline stuff, the Vaseline. Does someone state this? What happened to Tom Shea butter or whatever it was, right? Did that just go away? Did we run out of the butter? Anyway. That's good stuff. Anyway, I swear I'll give you guys some of this example here in a bit, but wow. Legrand. Everybody, thank you. Max, wrong. X. I know, man. I'm so sorry. Man, we'll get the right one on here in a second. I'm still live. Yes. I just like, oh, what's going on? Maybe that's what was going on. It was combination of XAI or your super chat, or I don't know. I DM'd you on Twitter. Okay. You deserve to have your thing checked into. You did drop some super chats. So, I mean, you know, let's take a look into this. All right. It's got 3. Let me share this real quick. I'm gonna share the screen. My bad. Let me see. This has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 zeros. Interesting. And it's called XAI. It's just X. Okay, so let's see if we can pull this up for you. Let's go back to CoinGecko. Let's type in XAI. It's just known as X. Okay, I got the right one now, my friend. All right. A little bit of sideways going on, which makes me wonder, like, was the liquidity moving? I'm just being real. All right, so what do we got here? No tokenomics for this coin currently. Okay. All right, so total supply. It's a lot. 3, 6, 9, 1 billion, 10 billion, 100 billion. Trillion, 10 trillion, 100 trillion. 210 quadrillion max supply. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. XAI, the groundbreaking AI project that transcends human cognition to delve into the core truths of the universe. XAI supply and token information. Okay, there is an address. You know what I'm going to do with this. I don't know if you ever seen me do this, Mr. OG Crypto, but for everybody else, you know where I'm going to go with this. All your data is safe with blockchain. XAI marketplace is completely a DeFi project. Your data is stored on the blockchain. They already completed some of these phases. They're ready to sell your assets. Okay. Devs aren't doxed, but I mean, there's a lot of, let's face it, I mean, we don't even know, who, like even Volt, who's Voltoshi, who's Shaitoshi, Kusama, right? So it's not like meme tokens are not, or oblivious to this, right? All right, so let me see real quick. I know some of you guys are like, well, what about the thing for, guys, you got to keep in mind, this is kind of a not your typical broadcast because, I mean, it's just a little bit different tonight. But we'll get back into that, I promise. All right, what I want to do then is I want to jump back to CoinGecko for a second. Let's see what it says on their Twitter real quick. Let's pull that up. Let's see what kind of community they have on Twitter. The account is suspended. Why is that? So I have to look more into that. All right. I mean, I wasn't planning any of this, my friend. They have a YouTube. Let's see if they have a YouTube. Let's go on with that. They don't have that. Interesting. All right. What else they got? Do they have a Medium? They have a Medium. 9 followers. Unleashing the power of AI beyond human capabilities. Let's read that. July 24th was the last time. All right, so it says here, unlike conventional AI systems confined to the realms of the internet, XAI, let me blow this up, is designed to comprehend the physical reality that surrounds us. It seeks to transcend. By harnessing cutting-edge tech, revolutionize the way we perceive and interact with the world. I mean, okay. All right. Not a whole lot more to it than that. Next frontier. Okay. Let's take the whole thing from that address real quick. All right. And I'm not saying that token sniffer is the end all be all. All right. I don't think I've ever said that. It does kind of give you an idea. All right. So this project has been around from what I see here. Let's jump back to this for a second. At least on CoinGecko, it's been around since the 28th of July. So about 1 month and 1 week, roughly. Right? Right. All right. let's share this. Let's put in the contract of the token. Let's see what's going on with that. Let's see if there's anything kind of weird. Or maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's got a perfect score. I don't know. So I can't pull that up. That's weird. That's strange. Why wouldn't there be anything in that regard? Hold on. All right, so I do have the right address. Maybe we could pull up a different way. Hold on. Let me see what else we got. Huh. Well, put it in. No results. Interesting. So not necessarily saying that it's bad, but I'm not saying it's good either. It just goes to show that nobody, I don't know, maybe somebody just needs to simply put it in there and see what it says. And that'll be something that somebody has to do. Does it mean I do that? Not necessarily. I mean, I just basically put in an address and I go from there. I mean, there's other ones, right? There's was it PooCoin? Let me see. Let's do PooCoin real quick. PooCoin. That up for a second. Crap. That's not the right URL. Hold on a second, guys. PooCoin. Oh boy. All right, just a second. Let's see if I can pull that up on there. PooCoin. I'm wild since I've been here. Is that even pulling up on PooCoin? That's kind of weird. Yeah, not even pulling up on there either. I mean that's BSC. I mean, sorry about that. Let me switch it to a different one. Yeah, pull it up this way. No options. Strange. All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, some of you guys look at some of this stuff as gambling, right? You basically throw in so much, like you justify it. Like, some of you guys do scratch hits and, like at the supermarket. Some of you guys literally do, hey, I'm going to throw like $100 at this for whatever, see what happens. You're going to do what you're going to do. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying that it isn't, but I would have to literally probably do a little bit more research into it. I know I'm doing a little bit on the live, but I am coming up with dead ends, my friend, currently speaking. I don't mean anything bad in that regard, but yeah. All right. Max, just let me know if you need anything with this new beginning. Well, thanks, LeBron. That means a lot, man. All right. So let me see here. I have that high of a supply. That makes SHIB supply look like a small amount. I mean, it's a good point. The market cap. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, why not look at the market cap? All right, so sorry, I should have read that. My bad. Let's share it again. So we got unverified market cap. It doesn't have any info about that. Circulating supply, nothing about it. I mean, I guess I could pull it back. Let's see. We can do DEX tool. Why didn't we do DEX tools to begin with? My bad. Max doesn't do these things as much as he used to back in the day, right? Pull this up. Sorry about that. All right, I found it. All right, let's go ahead and share this. So here it is. $24,000 worth of liquidity, roughly. Score 68. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Let me see about pulling it up. Oh, hell of a lot going on with it. to be honest. All right, according to Dex Tools, here it is. Got a current market cap of 106,000, give or take. Circulating supply. Okay, I was wrong. No, I wasn't. So that's what's in circulation. What I was talking about as far as the quadrillion, I mean, I guess I was right about that. They do have a DEX score 60 out of 99. Okay, the contract is renounced. That's actually good, because it means that the creator will no longer have control over it. No one can mint new tokens. God, I would hope not. There's a lot of tokens. Raise taxes, blacklists, whatever, right? Contract is verified. Is it a honeypot? It says no. It's not a honeypot. That's good. All right, so that's not bad. Check audits. What else we got on there? All right, so there's a little bit more here. So I guess they did have a little bit from Token Sniffer. Maybe just pulled it up the wrong way. So there's like 3 different audits: Go Plus and Hoppy. I never heard of those ones. There's no hidden owner. Hold on. Max sell ratio, no. There's no anti-whale measures. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So what's going on here? So there's some recent buy sells. Not a lot. Hold on. Let me close out some of this stuff. All right. Kind of interesting. I mean, let's pull it up. I don't know. It looks like some liquidity moved around. When you get a lot of straight horizontal lines, right? But I mean, not a lot of volume either. But that's a 15-minute chart. My bad. Let's change this to, I don't know. Let's change it to like 1 day. Okay, it looks a little bit more natural than a 15-minute chart. Okay, fair enough. Let's change it to 12 hours. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I mean, some of you guys do really pretty well with this stuff. I mean, for me, I don't know. I wouldn't want to know a little bit more about it. I mean, I can't just say, yes or no on something I just, just basically, on the surface took a look at. But there could be real potential there. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say it is. I'm not going to say it isn't. But I'm going to go further down a few more comments. And I got to get back to what we had on our outline, because I need to do it even for my own sake. I mean, OG Crypto, maybe I made a mistake. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I read on the website, it's connected to Musk. Here's the thing, OG Crypto. We're not all perfect. You're not perfect. It's okay. You know what I mean? It could be great. You gotta keep in mind, it says it on the website. Sometimes you never, people say a lot of things on the website. You know what I mean? Again, we're doing research together. We'll see. It might be great. It might not be. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't say it is or isn't. So, do you own some of this? And if so, how long have you been into it? I mean, 106,000 market, only there's obviously a lot of potential there. All right. So let's see here. Jasmy is all we need. If you do your research. All right. I should say I apologize. I'm so thankful for everybody, who obviously drops the super chats and you name it, right? Pretty cool stuff. I think I got them all. I think I literally got into all. You guys rock. So let's jump back to what we have. We got a little bit left of that outline for you. So let's jump into it, because, if we don't, it's going to be, like I have some plans for tonight, and I kind of feel bad because my friend's probably waiting. 8:54, which is, geez, I don't know. You might be like, dude, what the heck? All right, so yeah, my friend Barry, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Let me keep waiting. We had kind of an unusual broadcast tonight. But let's jump into what we have on the remainder of this, and then after that, I probably will have to wrap things up because I don't want to keep my friend waiting. He's been kind of waiting and looking forward to hanging out and stuff. So and that's nothing against you guys. I'm so thankful for you guys. Like, you have no idea what, like, the blessings that you bestowed upon me tonight is just like, I can't even get into it, in that regard. All right, I got to see where there it is. I found it. So this guy obviously, gives you some examples. I'm gonna play the last part of this, and then I'm gonna pause it because you don't really need to know about like what his projections are on the graph. You can look more into that yourself. I'll play the rest of this, and then we're gonna get into why I decided to do this segment tonight. Please smash that like. I know it's quite the delay, but that's okay. This is recognizing our community, and you guys recognizing me, and that was so nice of you guys. So let's go ahead and play the rest of this, not all of it. All right, I'm gonna pause in the key section. But again, tokenomics do matter. Smash that like. Let's hear the rest of this, and then we'll get into some examples I want to share with you guys on why all this matters. Okay, here we go.
Other things you want to consider are the token allocation, aka the token distribution chart. These are always, the pie charts of which coins go where. This goes to the early backers, this goes to the team, this goes to the stakers, stuff like that. And generally, you want to see the projects that give more of the supply to the people and less to the team and the backers. The graph, for instance, put 57% of the supply to the backers, the early backers, and the team. Not the best scenario in my book. Also, more importantly, you really want to take a good look at the rich list, which is the percentage of the supply owned by the top holders. Sure, this matters a little bit less than inflation and the vesting schedule, but you still want to be aware of your surroundings and the likelihood of a few big whales dumping on all of the countless smaller holders. I really like the website coincarp.com to look at these situations. As you can see, the graph sort of has a kind of scary situation here, where out of their almost 139,000 holders, the top 10 wallets own almost 55% of the supply, and the top 100 wallets own 82% of the supply. Those things kind of freak me out, and this is why you really want to dig down and look at this stuff before buying heavily into these coins. I'm not saying it won't pump. I'm not saying I don't like the project, because I do. It's just scary. And for a comparison with tokenomics, this is really why I like the coin quant so much. I mean, it's already 93% vested. They have a lot more holders than, say, the graph, and the top 100 wallets only hold 37% of the supply. And obviously, that's a much better scenario. And I know that this video is a little bit different than all the other ones I've done before, but I wanted to do less of a coin review and really share my secrets with you on why tokenomics are so important and what you really want to look for in a coin. I want to arm you with the right information so you can make an informed decision on the coins you buy. I want everyone here to win. And with that being said, let's take a quick look into the graph and get to the price prediction. So according to their website, the graph is the decentralized protocol that enables easy access to blockchain data. Many will refer to it as an indexing protocol, and some people will call it the Google of blockchain.
Okay, hold on a second. So yeah, obviously you learn more about the graph, and I would highly encourage you to do that. I'm into the graph. I have been for a long time. It literally is just that it's the Google of crypto for a reason, right? Great opportunity, especially in a bull market for the graph. Now, I'm not saying you go out and buy the graph. You got to do what you got to do, right? But the graph, in my opinion, is a solid project with real utility and so on. Literally, it's like the Google of blockchain. As far as indexing protocol, if you understand all of that concept, I mean, you do, right? You use Google. Who doesn't, right? Maybe some of you guys don't, right? I get that. But you understand the gist of it, okay? So apply that to blockchain, okay? Yeah, his examples he gives about little over, like, pay attention to the ones that are like over 80% in circulation. Now, here's where I want to tie some of these things in regards to Jasmy, okay? So you saw, hopefully, at the beginning, and some of you guys, maybe you just didn't want to, sit through the whole thing. It's okay, all right? Again, here's the point. The point is understanding tokenomics. We talk about market cap. We talk about all sorts of things. Do you really truly understand tokenomics? And some of us do, and some of us don't. And it's okay. We all have different learning levels and so on. The point is to recognize good projects with real utility, in my opinion, and apply some of the things you saw from this guy of the BitBoy Crypto Network. I mean, whether you're for BitBoy Crypto Network or not, the point is it is a good example, okay? So what we're going to do is we shared the whole thing of what he mentioned in regards to quant. Now, I'm going to share some other ones. I'm not going to just share quant and so on. We're going to pull up some other key ones here in a bit because these are some great examples, at least in my opinion. I mean, you know, we can agree to disagree. I got a lot of stuff up on my screen right now. So I want to jump into, Jasmy for a second. And we'll give you some other examples in a bit. So the topic is tokenomics. Okay, and again, later on, if you just want the chopped up version, we'll definitely have that for you guys as well. And if anything, it might be a separate segment. It might be a separate video from what you saw earlier in regards to the quarter four lockup. But again, guys, this is a great example because what he talked about in the video makes so much sense. So again, check this out in regards to Jasmy. You know, the guy from crypto Twitter with the puppy dog, you know, ME or whatever his name is, and some of these other guys, you know, they're just going to reference one chart. They're going to say like, you know, scam and all that stuff. But when you really look into it and you really understand the tokenomics on it and so on, this is back to what I was talking about earlier. So Jasmy's got so much going for it for a lot of the reasons that were outlined, not just what we talked about earlier in the show, but again, for tokenomics. So remember how he's talking about circulating supply? Again, look at this right here. And I think you guys do see it. Let me double check. You do see it. So I'm going to come into out of the frame. I'm just going to full screen this a little bit more. I want to put some emphasis on this. So circulating supply for Jasmy is at 48.9 billion. We know that there's only 50 billion Jasmy, and it matches the total and max supply. Excuse me. All right, so basically 97.80%. We will eventually get to the point where you have 100% of that total and max supply in circulation. Now, combine what we talked about earlier with the whole thing of, you know, having a lockup. So if you get the whole amount into circulation, then we also have a lockup. Think about it for a second, guys. You know, this is not something like he was talking about earlier where you're chasing, you know, a coin or token uphill. You know, I don't know if you remember seeing that example that he used. So Jasmy, boom, that's more than 80% that he was talking about. We're at 97.80%. You know, the talks of a quarter four lockup. Combine that, for instance, with and I'll come back to the frame on this one. You know, Japanese yen denominated stable coins, getting that incentive of, you know, literally utility and motion that we're always talking about. I really, you know, when I talk about what is the one that could get you to the promised land first before, you know, some of these other ones. Are we too far off on this example? No, we're not. Now, let's get to another example in regards to tokenomics. On this other example, you're going to see right here is Polygon. And we do talk about Polygon a lot. We're, you know, a lot of us are invested in Polygon. I'm going to full screen this one as well. This is another perfect example. Okay. So on this example, you do see Polygon. And look what it says on the left side. Circulating supply. Seems like it's a lot, right? You basically have, so 3, 6, 9. So you got 9,319,000,000. Okay, seems like it's a lot. What does it also show? 93.19% of the entire supply is into circulation. How much is the total max supply? Well, 10 billion, and it matches. So is this another one that we're chasing uphill? Not really, not at all, right? So Polygon, another perfect example of one that, you know, a lot of you guys really believe in, right? It's also part of the QFS. No, it's not ISO 222. It doesn't need to be. It's not that type of utility token. But the point we were trying to share here is this a perfect example of, are you going to see doom and gloom in regards to, like, you know, what you saw from the guy from BitBoy Crypto? Is this something you're chasing uphill? No, it's not. So even in a bear market, which a lot of you guys feel as though we're, in that continuance, we're in that accumulation and so on, that is not the case. And that's, this is an example of like, this is one that really kind of shines, right? So yeah, Polygon, we're always paying attention to it. Some of you guys have killed it with your Polygon DCAing and so on. I myself, I got to get more Polygon. Okay. I'm just saying that, not financial advice. All right. So we did talk about Quant earlier. He gave those examples, but just to pound it home a little bit more. So with Quant, he said anything over 80%, is kind of like a safe bet when you understand tokenomics. Well, here's Quant, 81%. But here's the difference. And maybe he didn't mention this in his video. The difference is basically this. And I'll come in out of the frame for a second because I want to put some more emphasis on this. So again, like BTC, 21 million coins, but with Quant, for instance, you have 81.13% in circulation, significantly less supply compared to BTC. Again, like we always mention, that creates scarcity. Another difference, of course, obviously between BTC and Quant is, come on, you guys know where I'm going with this. 100 plus blockchains interoperable, literally like thousands of use cases. I mean, Bank of International Settlements, Central Bank of Central Banks. This is the chosen one. Bank of England. Other things I can't discuss, but it's okay. And if you do press Quant Papa, he's not going to budge. I'm just going to be honest. But the key thing is scarcity. Did we not talk about scarcity? Scarcity. Yeah, this is a lot more scarce. So, I mean, there's a reason why Quant is my number one. I would say tied with XRP for me personally. Some of you guys look at it that way too. Maybe you don't. Maybe Quant is your number one. XRP isn't. Hey, that's fine, right? But this is another great example. Are you really chasing this uphill too much? Well, for some people, they don't want to necessarily. They're like, I'm cool with staying where it's at for a little bit because I still need to accumulate more of these. Like, if anything, you might be glad it's not, at 90% or close to 100% on that circulating supply, because obviously if it was, do you really see Quant being at under $100? A lot of people say no to that. I'll show you another example, right? So we, again, that guy shared Quant, but I just want to pound it home. Here's Chainlink, right? And in regards to Chainlink, some people, especially like from the Chainlink community, and I hate this, and I stated this before, you will see FUD campaigns from Chainlink community members against Quant. I hate tribalism, whether it's with meme tokens, but especially with utility ones. You don't think it happens all the time. Check this out for a second. Here's another perfect example. So remember he's talking about 80% is the magic number for circulating supply. I'm not FUDing Chainlink. I honestly think Chainlink is probably one that, it's like if I don't get with the picture, I'm probably going to miss out. Why is that? We understand they got a key partnership with Swift, and that's confirmed. That's not speculative. That's actually confirmed. That's a game changer for Chainlink, right? So for me, it is on my short list. I talk about ICP and some of the other ones. Caspa, Chainlink is on my short list. So what you have here with Chainlink is you have 1 billion on that max supply, and you have 1 billion also on the total. But look what the difference is. You only have 53.81%. That doesn't really hit that magic number of the 80%, but we know that this might be an exception on that so-called rule that, the guy from BitBoy Crypto was talking about, because again, think about it. We talk about the QFS, we talk about some of these other things. I think they're going to be more than fine. And if you're wondering what was Chainlink's previous all-time highs, this says it right here. And this is a nice thing about CMC compared to, Coin Market or CoinGecko. You have, for instance, all-time highs was May 9th, 2021, 2 years ago, $52.88. All-time lows, September 23, 2017, 6 years ago, back at basically 12 cents, 4,849% up since, compared to then. Is Chainlink a buy? I think it's a buy personally. It's not financial advice. And for me, I'm going to have to, pick up some of these, because even though when we go back to this and it says 53%, if you follow what that guy was saying and, hey, you're chasing this uphill. Are you really chasing this uphill at the height of a a bull market, or when we talk about utility run, this is definitely one of those as part of the utility run. So there's those factors as well. All right, let's give you just a couple more examples. This is good stuff. We don't normally do this all the time on our show, and it's just, if anything, I wanted to give you guys something a little bit different for a change. Here is Hive. Investor Place highly recommends Hive all the time. That's what they recommend. I'm not into Hive, but I have considered it. So in regards to Hive, all right, why bring up this tokenomics example? Well, like you saw in the video, what he mentioned, you do have, for instance, the total supply max is what's in circulation. One could say, well, 100% of this is in circulation. True. What's the kicker here? The kicker here is that max supply is an infinite supply. There is no max supply. So could this be a case where you could very well continuously be chasing this? Yes. Is there good utility with Hive? Absolutely. Am I going to do a deep dive on Hive tonight? No, I'm not. But my point, what I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to show you guys examples of, there will be ones that will shine above other ones. Yes, Investor Place feels strong on it, but it's not that they feel very strong on this one. It's just one of their picks as part of their portfolio. I do think Hive will be more than fine, but are there better opportunities, is the way I'm looking at it. Are there better opportunities for other cryptocurrencies to get into that be a lot more significant than just like maybe a 4 or 5x or 10x and so on? Yeah, absolutely. Is that me fudding, if you're into Hive, fudding your bag? No, it's not me fudding your bag at all. They have a current market cap of 138,279,000. In the top 200, ranked 162, kind of like around where Jasmy is. But comparing Jasmy to Hive, no comparison. I mean, come on. That risk to reward ratio, that ROI, night and day difference compared to Hive. And again, no disrespect to Hive. It's a good project, but you get where I'm going with it. I'm trying to give you guys examples to have you understand a little bit about this. All right, the last one that we want to share for you guys tonight. And shout out to Mr. Cool Cat Crypto. This is BSV, and this is a great example when it comes to tokenomics. Check this out for a second. On this one, I will come into the full screen just to put some emphasis on this one. So on this one, you see that BSV circulating supply is at 91.74%. Does that pass all the good measures that we talked about earlier? Absolutely. Does this have great utility? Absolutely. Is it at its all-time lows? No, but I mean, even at $30 or $31 is still a buy. But yeah, look at that, guys. 91.74%. Just like BTC, right? You see a max supply of roughly 21 million. Total supply is 19,266,077. But I always go by, the max, right? They do have a fully diluted market cap of 644,877,000. And if you wonder what that basically means compared to regular market cap, it's just like what it says. It basically means the maximum amount of coins that will ever exist in the lifetime of the cryptocurrency. It's basically, like it says, fully diluted shares in the stock. It's a comparison. The project did not submit this data, but the point is, yes, the maximum amount of coins that will ever exist in the lifetime of the current, they have like a ratio for it and so on. But yeah, fully diluted 644,849,000. It does have a confirmed market cap currently of 591,605,266. It's been significantly higher than that. It's been in the billions before. It's currently in the top 100. It's ranked 56. So it meets the criteria as far as like passing the test, if you will, on two different things. And if anything, a little bit more popular, or not popular, but a little bit more attractive compared to Quant. If you want to look at it from the perspective of circulating supply is more, right? Quant was like in the 80s. This one's at 91%. And then on top of that, like we're talking about, like, does it have also that scarcity? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah, Quant has less tokens, but, again, this also has scarcity as well. And let's face it, it's also significantly less expensive. You're looking to buy more coins or tokens, Quant's tokens, but anyway, coins, tokens compared to Quant, right? So I thought I'd share this example as well. I'm trying to give you guys a broader, perspective of how to look at some of these things. Again, a lot of you guys already know some of this stuff and some of you don't. But I try to give you some visuals. This will be chopped up later on, so you'll see maybe over the weekend some of this, as well as what we shared earlier in regards to the Jasmy segment. I do want to see if there's anything else left to get into. I'm like 3 hours in the show, so I do kind of need to go. Let me see. Yeah, you guys had some good tags, and I do apologize for that. Just my friend, I was like, oh man, we're gonna hang out, and like I'm already like an hour behind, so I do apologize to him. I'll read a few more comments. Let me see where we're at. All right. Let's see. Yes, diabetes. All right. Shea butter is the family business. Endless supply. That's funny. All right. Let's read some comments. OG Crypto. You know what? Maybe the connection was wrong about Elon Musk. OG Crypto. Now I feel embarrassed. OG Crypto. Look, man. Don't feel embarrassed. I mean, you may like. I don't think that this is no stab at Cool Cat Crypto. I mean, sometimes even I'm guilty of it, right? Like sometimes I'll read some things, Cool Cat knows where I'm coming from. Like, sometimes certain things in text can get interpreted the wrong way. I don't think he means any disrespect, to be honest. Don't feel embarrassed. You don't want to know something. You were trying to share something with our community. Don't let this be an experience where you're like, I'm not going to share anything because, it was embarrassed or something like that. No, man. Want to know something? I could share something with you guys, and I could got wrong. I got it wrong earlier. Remember? I was trying to, I was like, is this the right one? And it wasn't, right? In regards to XAI, I got the wrong thing. That was kind of a little bit embarrassing, but you know what? It's what it is, man. We're all human, We're not perfect. It's okay, my friend. Do not feel bad, So yeah, thank God you did the deep dive. I appreciate it. It's okay. I mean, it's kind of a deep dive, but not really. Bobby says he's done with 1,000 different coins. It's how I found Jasmy. Nothing to be embarrassed about. You know what? This is a great example. For a lot of people, they had to go through a bunch of coins, tokens, and so on. They got wrecked on a lot of them, right? I got wrecked on some of them. Some of them I didn't, but a lot of meme tokens I did. I wish that I could have put more focus at the early points of 2021 more on utility than I did on memes. I'm not saying that I was all meme, because I wasn't. But at that point, I think it was like maybe a ratio of like, I don't know, like roughly 50-50. And then as I got later into 2022, we learn about some of the ISOs and stuff like that. I shifted completely. I was like, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. XTC, was it Ripple XRP for 32 cents at the time? And I acted accordingly about that. Like Algo, tripling my position on Algo. GRT, the graph we talked about earlier, like I quadrupled my position on the graph. But my focus is on utility. And if you guys do well, like Coochie Boy, oh my God, if you're like Coochie Boy and you kill it with like leverage and meme tokens and Mexi and you know what you're doing with that, then do you. By all means, don't listen to me. You got to go with what you know. But you're right. There's so many people that gone through thousands of coins and wasted thousands of dollars, and unfortunately, that is the majority of those type of people. And then you do get to something like that seems kind of solid, like your Jasmys or your Quants, your BSVs or XRP, XLM, you name it. The QFS, and then you're like, you know what? There's always going to be that guy in this community and these people on YouTube that are going to be like, whether it's Pepe or this and that. I mean, some of you guys may mind Pepe, nothing wrong with that. But there's always going to be the meme tokens, and we know that. And there's going to be ones that do well. But the key thing is how many, like you said, you have to go through to finally get to one. Do you end up wasting a lot? If you think about it, is it like a scratch it, or is it like a, I guess you could say kind of like, going to the casino and stuff like that. How much money did the person waste at the casino before they finally hit like the I don't know, got 21 in blackjack? Did that person waste $1,000 at the slots? Did that person go to the blackjack table and then they lost a bunch of the blackjack table? They lost literally $1,500, and then they finally won, $2,000, and they're like, "Hey, I'm up $500." Did they leave, or did they say they get suckered back into it? And they said, you know what? I finally won. I'm gonna go after some more. But you want to know something? We do that with meme tokens. You go, but you finally hit the the big one. I'm gonna chase some more. This is a brand new one. I'm gonna chase some more. For me personally, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be like I'm chasing some more. I'm just gonna stack on the ones for that, the long-term buy and holds for solid utility ones. My H bars, my Jasmys, my XCCs. You get my point. I think you made a great point, and I thank you for sharing that, Bobby. All right. OG Crypto, maybe I made a mistake. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I read on the website, it's connected to Musk. Okay. I would never invest. I don't know the devs. That's my thing too. Love's in the air. Got to go. Good night, everyone. All right. Let's see here. Now I'm really sorry to stir the show. You didn't disturb the show, man. That'd be like me saying, "Oh, hey, all you guys who drop super chats, you guys, you disturbed the show." No, things like this happen. You know what I mean? And I think our community understand that. You never have to apologize, OG Crypto. You're good, man. For real. Don't feel bad, man. This is Friday night, man. I know you're a hardworking guy. You shared some things like, "Hey, man, I worked my butt off." I believe that. Don't be hard on yourself, man. It's not good. Nah, man, you're good. You're good. All right. No worries, my friend. I could have shared something that didn't sound all that great either, So, all right. All right, let me see this. Taggies. Okay. All right, I'll fix that. I'll give it right back to you. It's no worry. I'm gonna make my own StreamYard tomorrow. I just thought it was paid up until today, and I was like, no big deal. But if you want to make a big deal about it, I understand. It's no big deal. I'm not trying to I wouldn't want to try to rip you off for one day or anything. What the hell, man? All right. Oh my God, man. Can't you just okay. Yeah. You're gonna be more than fine. Unbelievable. Yeah. I know. Yeah, let's just make it more drama, right? Yeah, it was unbelievable. All right, so well, you can have it, man. I'll just make my own damn thing. I mean, my God. My God, Larry. Jeez. Unbelievable. 9:22, and it's still another show about Larry. All right, we're gonna end it. Sorry you guys had to see that. I will change it back to whatever. I'm not gonna change it back to, so I'll just change it to his own personal email and go from there. My God. I mean, for crying out loud, everybody wants to watch everything and anything. Oh my God, we want to watch anything and everything right now. You're just looking for something, Yeah, you're just looking for something to basically complain about. That's all this is. It's funny how you didn't care for 2 straight months, and now you come in here today, and you want to complain. Unbelievable. Whatever. I will get you set up with your thing where you can go stream at the middle of the night and have, whatever. I apologize, guys. All right, we're going to end it. And we did have more news to share with you guys, but, I hijacked your email. I didn't hijack crap. You're making a big deal out of nothing. I'm going to get you your stuff, whatever. You should have done a better job of not having it attached to whatever, use your own personal email, whatever, man. Making this about you. I truly believe you are a narcissist, but whatever. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. And then the new schedule is Monday through Thursday. All right, take it easy.